R&B Money. We up. Tank. J Valentine. We are the authorities on all things R&B.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tank.
I'm J Valentine.
And this is the R&B Money Podcast, the authority on all things R&B.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, okay?
Tell him.
When your name, all right? Your name says what it is.
What you do.
What you do.
Who you are.
Who you is.
Yeah.
You got to live up to that name. Huh?
Out the gate.
Out the gate. You got to have some gift, huh?
Yeah.
And some confidence and some swag to go along with that name.
And they better listen.
Better listen. Kept me from going number one. Sick of his shit.
Your nemesis is here.
My nemesis is here. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the coldest musical entities ever to grace the planet, the universe, Musiq Soulchild, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. He's here. I've been telling these stories, and he hasn't been here to hear these stories.
Yeah.
You know, I had this song called Maybe I Deserve, and it was climbing the charts, racing up that motherfucker.
It was hard, yeah.
Yeah, it was hard. I was like, look like I might have a number one record.
Out the gate.
Out the gate. No, not out the gate. You know,
We ain't gonna talk about that other one.
We won't talk about
Like,
that.
so,
The other one it was a sputter.
I was testing.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I was still thinking.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
None of us do.
And they said, you know, we could climb a little higher. We could get to the top of the food chain. But there's a guy by the name of Musiq Soulchild whose song just won't go nowhere. It just won't leave.
How did it start off? You remember?
I don't want to talk about the song.
Give us some of the song.
I don't want to sing a song.
Come on, you want to sing the song. The song's
They
great.
don't want to talk about it.
Come on, man.
It's cool.
Give us.
You ain't even really gonna be my girlfriend.
Sorry, fam.
I just want to know your name and make sometimes we can hang out. I love it.
Meanwhile, I'm in the back, so, baby, I deserve. It's nice.
Hey, listen.
Yeah.
Killed him with that song.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate that.
Killed you. Listen, you killed him with a great song,
Thank you.
great lyric, great melody. Nothing, no extras, no fluff, no. Just
It's funny because I didn't know, you know, the gravity of what I was doing at the time. I thought that was I was doing it the best that I could do it. You know, and I didn't accept anything less. Like, no, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it the best way that I know how to do it. And I'm thinking that that's the standard that everybody is attempting to meet. You know, I didn't realize that, you know, later on, like, no, everybody's not putting up that same kind of effort.
They're not.
I didn't know that.
And not in a pure sense, right?
Yeah.
Because even me as a purist, I was like, I still need some titties. You know what I'm saying? Like in my mind,
I did not know that's where this shit was going, man.
in my like, cause I go back, like I'm sitting in the house with, you know, my girl at the time, and you know, the D'Angelo video comes on, the Untitled, and you know, I was athletic, you know, I was running a little bit, but you know, as they start doing more scrolling down this man's body, you know, my girl at the time goes, excuse me,
Got you, yeah.
Can I help you?
It started getting uncomfortable, yeah.
You see something on that TV you like?
Yeah. You trying to be in there?
You want to be in there?
Yeah.
You want the camera to keep scrolling down? Is that what you want?
Yeah, and shouts to them. That was very strategic how they did that.
So at that moment, I could sing, I could write songs, I could do all of that.
Didn't matter.
But she had never gave me
It didn't matter, yeah. She never gave you
Your own woman.
So I needed to make sure that along with my musicality,
that you needed.
That I got.
Now, here's the thing about me. Where I was at that time, I was nowhere in that vicinity. So I said, okay, I know that's not where I need to be. So I need to go in the other direction. Because I ain't got that.
Yeah.
Never had that. Don't know how to get that. So I'm going to work with what I got. And what I got is, excuse me, ma'am.
I was mad because I put in all this work in the gym.
Oh.
I was like, he got his clothes on.
And that was baggy too.
He got on baggy clothes.
Yeah.
Killing.
Yeah. Crazy.
First of all, amazing. Congrats to that.
Thank you, man.
And
I
then part
appreciate
two was you're probably the most intricately methodical, dynamic recording artist
I got the Michael Jackson disease.
I've ever worked with.
Everything got to be.
I'm in there and I'm like, this has to be take 26 on this word.
It's never good enough.
Not a phrase.
Yeah, the word.
Not a bar or the verse. The word.
So,
but if you're I'm gonna let you get to it. If you understand music, then you get it. Because when I listen to you, I understand the intricacies in just the small movements that you do.
Yeah.
I catch all of it. I'm like, that's stupid. That's not right. I don't know why I did that. You sang. You was on some. I feel like I'm just telling you where you were. You could tell me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
I accuse you of being like Miles Davis on HalfCrazy at the end, where you decided to purposely sing minor.
I like doing that. I like forcing minors into majors and majors into minors. It's just fun.
On purpose.
Yeah.
Because of your musical superiority.
I wouldn't call it that.
I feel like you had on the ascot at that moment. They're never going to understand this. I will do it anyway.
You're dumb.
That's not like a scarf or a tie.
It's not a scarf or a tie. You know
It just kind of hangs if you take the
It's
jacket
just-
off.
It's an ascot.
It's just rich shit. It's just rich.
Yeah.
And that and I've always admired that about you because you're music,
I do it for the fun. I do it because it's available. I do it because I hear it. I do it because I can't get away from it. But at the time, what you're referring to, I had ran into a lot of traffic, a lot of internal traffic. I had never been trained. I didn't go through the whole church process. I didn't go through the whole artist development process. I didn't go to school for it. So there was a lot of uncertainty and insecurity in my abilities, even though I had it, but I wasn't confident in it because I didn't get a lot of positive feedback at the time. So my thing was, it got to be perfect. It got to be perfect. I call it the bully in my brain. It got to be perfect. It got to be perfect. And if it's off by a little bit, no, do it again. Because I was the one, and that's residue from being in survival mode just in life. So I just applied that to this newfound reality of being a celebrity, recording songs that people, care about and pay money for. Is like, I got to do it top tier. Always got to be top tier. But my reference was stuff that I didn't fully understand, that I didn't understand what that was. And we talking about people that had budgets and time served and points on the board and they seasoned. Yeah. And I'm trying to be green, trying to match that. It's like, bro, no, you got to get there first. You're not just finna get the ball and start dunking on it. It's like you gotta train. You gotta take the Kobe route. Like you gotta every day, all the time. Yeah. And then you can even hope to be mentioned in the same breath. Yeah. So the traffic that I ran into is like, oh, this is harder than I thought it was. I was recording in the studio for maybe a year, not even a year. And then the literal next year, I'm on the road. I don't know how to sing on stage every day. So I'm learning how, when you don't prepare, if you don't get enough rest, if you don't pace yourself, you gas out.
You're learning that in real time.
And I'm learning it in real time. So so I'm developing gun shyness from fucking up that one show. And it's like, oh, what happened? I thought I had it, reaching for stuff that I don't got, that I know I got, but I ain't got it tonight. So I think I lost it, and then, the boos are coming and I'm like, whoa, what's all of this? So then that kind of messes with you.
Yeah.
And when you don't have a person kind of like walking you through that, no, actually what happened was blah, blah, blah. And it's not a shot to nobody at that time around me. I just don't think there was the awareness. It just wasn't there. So by the time I got to you guys, you know, I didn't know what I wanted. Because I was so used to people telling me what I was supposed to do, and it wasn't matching with what I wanted to do. And that wasn't working alongside with, I'm messed up thinking that I'm not good enough.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I want to go back to something that you touched on, because we love to start at the beginning.
Okay.
You said you didn't have the tutelage of the church. And,
no.
you know, you said something else, the church and
I didn't go to school for it.
And the schooling.
Mm-hmm.
Where does it start for you where you say, or somebody says, bro, you nice. Like, you got something.
You know, when people start formulating opinions about themselves and other people, you know, the younger years when you crack jokes and you got a big head, you got big feet, your breath stink, all that. And then the other side is, you know, so-and-so is good at this, so-and-so can fight, so-and-so can run, so-and-so, you know, he could sing, you know. When around that age, I give it about, 8, 9, 10, somewhere around then. And then the kids around me, I'm thinking, you know, we singing tunes and stuff and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you know, then you do your part. And they're like, Like, what do you mean? Go. I can't do that. Like, bro, what do you mean? Like, see, you just do this. Fun fact. When I graduated elementary school, there was supposed to be this one kid was music class, you know, the generic music class.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't really teaching us none, but you know, God bless them, they had a curriculum. It made us feel
right.
like we had something going on. The whole class was supposed to sing during the graduation. The dude that was supposed to sing lead, we were supposed to do Man in the Mirror.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And the teacher was, you know, teaching parts or whatever, and bro wasn't doing it right. And I'm like, I'm off to the side. I'm supposed to be part of the, you know, the rest of the singers, the choir or whatever. And homie was not getting it. And it was like really frustrating me. It ain't nothing to do with me.
You're 10.
And I just, And I'm like, no, that's not how it goes.
This guy.
It's supposed to be like this.
Yeah.
And then the teacher was like, you're the new lead. I'm like, no, I'm not. And plus, I'm anti. Like, I don't want to be in the front. He was just getting it wrong, and it was getting on my nerves. So I was just like, bro, it's supposed to go like this. I'm gonna make it. See? And he was like, he's looking at me like, hey, fam, who is you? And I'm like, the nigga that know how to do the part. And then the teacher was like, yeah,
He does know how to do the part.
and she was like, and you're the new lead. And I was like, so, and I do it, and I'm like, okay, this is awkward. I ain't never been in the front. I never wanted to be in the front, you know. Childhood trauma, you want to disappear. Long story. Don't need to get into it. Point is, I didn't like being in the front, but I was the best person for the job, and I just had to open my mouth. So there you go. And it was such a weird feeling, you know. It was kind of good because I felt like I was getting praised, you know, for something that I was good at.
Yeah.
That people up until then was telling me, I ain't believe them because I'm like, everybody could do this.
Right.
Nah, I didn't know. Like,
So
everybody
he
could
kind
do-
of showed you that everybody couldn't do it.
He was your first example.
basically. Like, oh, really? Folk really can't? Wow, that's crazy. It's not that deep, but I didn't understand about some people got a different inner ear situation. You know, some people are tone deaf. Like, that's a thing. They think they killing, and they are, but in a different way. I didn't know, like, some people, they better in the shower and in the car than they are on stage in the studio. Like, I didn't know any of this. I'm thinking we're all equal.
I want to know, you know, and I guess this will be a question for the creator, I guess.
Okay.
Why? Like, why can't everybody hear it? Why can't everybody at least be in key? Why?
I think that it's an equivalent to, you won't appreciate the one thing if it wasn't the other thing. You know, hot and cold, good and
For
bad.
sure,
But
yeah.
I think that you need there to be people who aren't capable, so that the people who are capable can be, seen and appreciated for their abilities.
So that there's a circle.
Yeah, I'm
In a
assuming
sense.
I didn't make the rules.
No,
I'm
that
just
was.
saying-
I mean,
yeah,
the way
that's
you
my
just
best way of,
articulate
like-
it.
Yeah, that's the
articulate
best
it
way
was
because
very good.
that's what helped me to process it then.
Because most of the people talking shit at the basketball games can't play fucking basketball.
Yeah.
And it makes you appreciate the ones that you can that can, because you know how to calculate the space in between.
Balance.
There we go.
Balance.
Yeah,
Balance.
at least I think.
I'm glad we're on this side. I just want to thank you guys for being here with me.
I get a kick out of people who can't sing.
And listen,
It's fun to me. I
live
think
with
it's
one.
hilarious.
Listen, my wife.
You are the most
Listen. My wife get to hitting these notes.
cockiest,
Let me tell you something.
humble individual I ever met in my life.
When I say I love my wife, but nigga, when I say she'll go there, nigga,
But you gotta support them though, because we love them.
No, what I do with her.
I don't support
What
it.
I do with her is I tell her the truth. I tell her the truth because I love.
Trash!
Because I love.
Those notes are wrong.
Try it again. No. Matter of fact, stop.
I tell her the truth
No,
because
yeah.
I love her. Because guess what? Sometimes she gets it right.
Yeah. No. Facts. I'm around people who
It got crazy.
they not there. We all know this.
Yeah.
But they'll get that one no, and you'll be like,
I'm like,
oh,
Okay.
since when?
Since when? Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm proud of you.
All right.
So it makes her. It
Yeah.
makes her know that I'm listening. That
Yeah,
I'm paying
exactly.
attention.
No, I got you.
No, that's like being at the gym and the kid that takes all the bad shots finally makes a
Finally
game
makes-
winner.
Yeah.
But then
makes
you
a game
know
Yeah.
it's gonna be a fucked up day. He's
Oh,
gonna hog the
sh-
ball.
He's gonna hog
The
the-
rest of the day is
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Because that's all they got in them.
He
That's
think
all
he
they got in
always
them.
capable of
He
game
made
winning.
us
No.
double
You're
pump
right.
half
To
court.
always tell the truth.
Yeah, double pump from half.
Always tell the truth.
I'm sick of that.
Tank brought somebody to the gym one day that did
That
that.
wasn't my fault.
Uh-oh.
That wasn't
Well,
my.
no. It's just-
He was talking like he could. Anyway,
yeah.
it's crazy you have this graduating class moment. 'Cause I have
It was
the-
so
I have
random,
the
and I've
same
forgotten
one.
about it literally to this moment because it's like a lot of stuff that you forget, because the older you get, the past gets a little hazy. But I literally remember, it like came full circle in this moment when you asked me that question. But yeah,
I have the same one.
oh word,
I was supposed to sing at my elementary school graduation.
okay,
And they were like, "You can sing," and I was like, I just sing."
yeah.
So many-
Right,
I'm just,
right.
I'm just singing.
You like and
And the guy and the principal was like, he's one of these extra tough principals. You know what I'm saying? Like, always got to be hard on the kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm new to the school.
okay.
This just giving me way too much attitude.
The principal's giving you.
Just giving me way too much attitude. I said,
It was,
you know what?
it was inherent momentum from feeling like he needed to be that guy for all of y'all so that y'all don't play him.
I said, look.
That's a long story.
I ain't singing.
Oh.
Find somebody else to sing your lead.
Hey,
He told him.
yeah,
I
you
practice.
did.
I practice. Listen, I practiced. I killed the practice. I mean, at least the teachers and the kids thought I was good.
Yeah.
And he just, he was going on about something, and Darrell, you need to, you need to be on top. I was like,
Bro, this ain't even my fight, bro.
find yourself another singer.
Okay, all right.
This singers,
Okay.
singer doesn't have time for that kind of shit you on.
Okay, all right.
You understand?
Yeah.
Seasoned vet here.
Who is, bro?
Quality
really?
vocal here.
Like I said. So thank you for confirming not only that my observation was, spot
I'm
on,
not.
but it happened way back then. Whatever, bro. You the most cockiest,
I'm
humble
not
person
cocky.
I know. Okay.
I'm a football player.
No, yeah, I know.
So that's what you feel.
I know. Am I wrong though?
An aggressive energy.
Hey, call it what you want.
I'm trying to dress it up.
Yeah, you is.
You won't let me. All right,
I'm not
question.
saying you wrong for it. It's just an observation. I don't judge.
All right, Cole, let's move. Let's move on. So you don't sing. No, you do sing. Sixth grade, you kick a guy out of his spot
I didn't kick him out.
as you
whatever.
he's not doing it right. Okay, all right.
Adjustments
I just
Adjustments.
felt like it was disrespectful.
to the man in the mirror.
Yeah,
To the man in the mirror.
I felt like it was disrespectful. Like, you gonna do it right. But I didn't know where I got that notion from. Like, who are
It was natural. It was inherent.
Maybe you had seen the 5 heartbeats.
Yeah, it was natural.
And then told you got to do it like you do it in the tunnel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't half-ass do it. Do it like we did it in the tunnel. Okay?
I just didn't know why he felt comfortable with fucking it up. Like, I didn't get that. Like, you good with that? That's what you gonna go out there with. And I'm like, again, I don't know where I got all of this.
I didn't have that attitude.
Yeah.
Your attitude is way more flagrant. You had on the ascot.
Are you serious?
Are
you serious?
That's an ascot.
You told the principal.
He frustrated me.
How are we different?
Because you were frustrated because he was trash. There is a very big difference.
Oh man,
he's singing all the wrong notes. I can't fathom going out there with him singing lead in such a way. It's reflecting on me.
Putting extras with the British accent.
It's a reflection of what I hear. Out of 6th grade, out of this graduation, what is then the progression to you developing musically?
I couldn't tell you because I thought nothing of it afterwards.
So after you performed,
yeah,
it was just
because there wasn't a nurturing environment for me with that. You know what I'm saying?
Your family, it wasn't.
It was a moment. It came and went, and that was it.
No musical family, nothing.
I mean, indirectly, yeah. You know, at the time, you know, my stepdad, I didn't know that he was, you know, as musically gifted and engaged as he was because our relationship just wasn't there. You know, it wasn't until I got older and I started, you know, really paying attention to the music that he was playing. And I started picking up on it, you know, and I started following that, you know. I didn't understand what it was. He'd play a whole bunch of stuff. It wasn't, you know, until like, I'm going to say like 14, 15, around that age. But prior to that, I didn't really think much of it.
But also it's like too, you know, you said your stepdad, it definitely was an innate thing, a natural thing for you to more or less look for him for that or to feel like it was in your system because of him.
No.
Right.
So, and, you know, my mom's son, but she mom sings. You know, it's a different kind of thing.
Definitely.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, you put a record on, you know, she's crushing it. You know, but she's not finna flat foot get in front of a mic and go. Like, that's not what that is. So, you know, and you know, I have like this built-in radio in my head. You know what that is.
Of course.
And I start learning like everybody ain't got that. You know, at any moment of the day, I could be in trouble and just got my ass whooped, you know, or whatever. And I could be going through something. This happy ass song happened playing in my head. Like that's not the time right now, bro. Like I'm trying to be emo, bro. Like you playing Mama Say Mama Sama Makusa. Like stop.
Now's not the time.
You know, so I couldn't I didn't understand what that was. And then you get older, you're like, oh no, you just got that thing. You know, and I heard Miles say it. It's funny that you brought him up because I saw an interview that he did one time, and somebody asked him like, yo, you know, would you still do music even if nobody cared or paid attention? He's like, of course. Like, yeah, sure. Yeah, I would. I can't get it out of my head. Like I have to do it. You know what I'm saying? So listening to people like that give their take on their experiences with this thing that we all, you know, caught, you know, we all came with, we all were blessed with. Everybody takes, you know, has different takes, but there are parallels in our experiences. You know, it's on how we choose to process it. But that was me. Like I just knew, you know, but I was so sure and certain of it that I thought that it was that way for everybody else. Right. That's how I was. Anybody that was around me, I'd be like, "You do your part," and they looking at me like, "What part, bro? Like, we didn't. When did we sign up to be a group? Like, we didn't. I didn't agree to this." It's like, no, you know the part. You know, no, they don't. They don't. I didn't understand that until I got older. So through that indirectly, just being so close to music, you know, always consuming it the way that I mean, not just on the radio. I mean, cartoons, commercials,
for sure, cartoons.
Anything,
singing along to everything.
You know, exactly everything. You know, putting my own little twist. I had this one girl. I was trying to, brag and stunt and flex and whatever. And she was like, why you always got to change the song? Why can't you just sing it as it is? I'm like, but I did it better. my way is better. What do you mean? But I didn't understand that people didn't have, because their relationship with the record is it's supposed to go a certain way. If you do something else with it, you're not doing it right.
They're married to the
to
that moment.
Yeah, to that moment. And I'm like, oh, y'all don't get it. So then by default, I found myself in this elitist space because I'm like, y'all just don't get it. So that means that I'm smarter than y'all.
Right.
I gotta be.
Yeah, you gotta be.
This is basic and y'all are like, but I had to learn that. That's not cool because that don't necessarily make you better. It just mean you different, because you can't very well do all of this other stuff that other people could do. You don't get it, on that front. So don't be that way. Mm-hmm. So around that time, formidable teenage years, I started learning how to humble myself because just because you good at this one thing right here, that's better than most people or whatever, it doesn't make you better. Because when I try my hand in sports, I could run fast, but that about it.
You play no sports?
Nah, my hand-eye coordination is trash.
So did you go to a musical high school?
No.
Because I know obviously you're from Philly, and you guys have legendary schools.
Didn't go there. Nope. Grades weren't good enough.
Oh, you had to have good grades in order to go to
a magnet. So yeah.
Oh, so you just can't go in there with your talent.
No. First of all, nobody knew. First, not only did my grades weren't good, I had a history and a timeline of not being good. I was in learning disability for a few years.
Oh, you was acting up.
Yeah.
You was acting up.
I was a complete fool.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I ain't care.
We don't care how good he can sing.
I ain't care.
It's not coming here.
But see,
Do
that's the
not
thing.
bring him
It was.
Do not him.
Not him.
Not.
He gonna tank the pool. Nope. No. We got geniuses over here. We don't need this clown.
When I say we paralleling right now,
no, I know. That's why every time I see you, I'm like, bro.
Hey, bro. Hey, my 7th grade teacher said, if you take him home and never bring him back, I'll pass him.
I didn't know. Wow.
Get that nigga.
Wow.
Out of here.
Oh, wow. I didn't get that. I mean, it may have a lot to do with the fact that in the specific area where I was raised, I don't think that there was a lot of concern for our educational progression.
Gotcha.
So we're not going to get into that.
Yeah.
God bless the city. But yeah, I don't think, it wasn't the priority. Even the singing thing, like, yeah, you cute or whatever with the singing thing, but what that got to do with these grades? And my grades, when I tell you, trash. But it wasn't because the work was hard. I just didn't care.
You weren't
boring.
interested.
It's boring. It's boring.
We talk about that.
I'm not doing this.
We talk about that.
I'm not getting, no.
As far as even just restructuring the curriculum.
Yeah.
Because it's not that kids aren't smart. It's not that kids can't do the work. They aren't interested.
Yeah.
And you have to, and I say this all the time, you have to meet people where they are.
Yeah.
Not just adults, kids. So figure out
you're right.
what works for a person.
Yeah.
And you should have options.
Yeah.
You should have options to learn how you want to and need to learn.
Need to learn.
You know what I mean?
And it's worse when, like me, I had a problem with authority. I ain't let nobody telling me nothing. I know that's all kids. No, I had a real problem with people telling me stuff. It's so bad. Even if I was on my way to do it, if you told me,
you change your mind.
I bet you I ain't never gonna do it.
Oh wow! Yeah,
I was petty.
I bet you
then.
I ain't never go.
I was petty back then.
Yeah.
Oh, I was bad. I'm not knowing that that's what I'm doing. When you're a kid, your brain is not fully developed, so you're just all reaction. You're just all reflexes. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no thought. Ain't no.
But if someone would have met you where you were and figure out what those interests were, you might have blossomed in that space.
You're not wrong. Yeah.
And I think a lot of times, a lot of our youth, especially where we all come from, obviously, we were talking about that before we even started about, just schools and the way life is set up for us, coming from the inner cities, it gets lost on us. And there's a lot of kids that get lost in that shuffle.
Yeah, that's why. So recently, an opportunity presented itself to me through the Harvey Foundation, Stephen Marcia Harvey Foundation. We're working with this school out in Atlanta called Utopia Academy, where So I'm participating with them to help facilitate musical education, and from a different perspective, and I'm grateful that they, folded me into that, because I love being a part of stuff like that, because now I get to contribute to a system that I wish I had.
Yeah.
And I tell you, these kids are so bright, man. Mm-hmm. You will love them. Mm-hmm. Oh, you will love them, and they quick, and they get it. And it's so amazing, man. And you can tell, like. Yeah. I'm just saying. But I'm saying that to say that if there was more, initiatives like that to take it by the reins, and I think only people like us can do it, because we've walked that walk.
Yep.
We know where they are.
Absolutely.
And we know what we didn't get, that we have the vantage point to be able to say, no. These will be the better options for these kind of kids. Like, I know you want to run them down the same assembly line, but they're different. They're just different. They view life different. Yep. They experience life different. It comes to them different. And the saying, like, you can't judge a fish by its ability to fly. Like, it don't make sense, because you're gonna keep thinking it's a dummy. Like, no, treat a fish like a fish. Give a fish what a fish needs, and you will watch them be the best fish that they could be. So I want to be able to, be in close proximity to that, not only for, for the program that I'm a part of, but just in general. Like, that's always been the undercurrent of everything that I do for people. And I've always been, vocal about that. Like, I always want to inspire people. Mm-hmm. I always want to inspire people. I always want to use what I was blessed with to be able to inspire people, creatively, yes, musically, yes, but just in general, just as a person, because I'm always growing like everybody else, and I'm always learning, and I'm processing. I'm only recently learning how to unpack my old baggage. Yeah. Like, I didn't even know that it was bothering me. Mm-hmm. I'm used to pushing through, and, don't be no punk, just keep going. But it's like, sometimes you got to take a knee and reassess, and, like, re-strategize. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm hurt.
Yeah.
Give me a second
and can nobody come to your help and come to your aid if you don't say ouch. Yeah. Because everybody think you good.
Yeah.
Especially when you become either famous.
Yeah. They think
or
you
wealthy.
Yeah,
or both.
They think you solid. Like, nah,
that everything is cured.
You'd be surprised.
The speaking to the, I was just talking about the curriculums, and, that creative word is just, it's not used enough in trying to understand how to create faculty when it comes to educating creatives.
Yeah, and not to take away from the personnel
that
is there.
School,
yeah,
just went,
because there's something that should be said to that as well.
Structure that is
that's very necessary
needed in order to.
But again, there's about that balance thing again.
Yeah,
I think that if you're gonna be responsible for the education of people that processes information in a specific way, it should be, curated by people who understands that process.
That's it.
Because otherwise, to you, you're going to think like it's not resonating, it's not getting through. So I gotta push harder. Okay, you're gonna break something. You might want to back up. So, or find somebody that speaks that language so that they can
show you how to
get in there,
to communicate that.
Yeah.
That's I didn't have.
Same here.
We didn't have none of that.
None of that.
I'm watching as you're saying it, I'm watching my son and my daughter's music teacher. Before she pulls out these, because a music teacher normally just pulls out the classical books.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do some Mozart and some Beethoven, and we're gonna start here at middle C. Right, and put your fingers, rest them here. The basics. And the first thing she said was, "Well, Zion, what songs do you like?" And he was like, "I like Harry Potter and Spider-Man."
Dope.
She's like, "Okay, let's do Harry Potter and Spider-Man."
Dope.
And so she charted out Harry Potter,
Nice.
and Spider-Man.
Nice. Nice.
And that's how he fell in love with the process of learning
man.
how to play the piano.
You can't expect these kids to pick up stuff they don't have no context to. They don't know why it's important to know the fundamentals.
I had no
Give me
idea.
a reason. Because what's going to happen is I'm going to get frustrated that I can't push through. And then I'm going to realize, oh, that's why.
Yeah.
Got it.
Kids want to learn how to play Bad and Bougie.
That's it.
I know I do.
Mama.
I mean, that's, you know. It's getting a little heavy. I had to think. It's getting a little heavy. I'm here all week.
Yeah. Try the lobster.
It's infectious,
Sorry.
baby.
I'll be here all You got a residency.
No. Man, that was great. That was great. That was great.
All right, so get me out of high school. What? Give
quick.
I'm trying to.
I'm not happy real quick. High school never happened.
Oh shit!
But I'm pumped. I made it. Just made it through ninth and had to repeat. I was like, yup.
I'm out.
I'm gonna take my exit out of it. Yeah.
Do you start hitting the spots to perform at that time?
Not quite yet. I'm at the crib, and the folks is like, it's 8 other you niggas.
Wait. Is how many?
You not my priority, bro.
You said what?
It's 8
other.
So
9.
Yeah, I'm the oldest of 9.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So essentially, it was like you know what the vibes is. You want to. It's your life.
You're like 15, 16 at this point.
Not quite yet. I'm like 13, 14.
Okay.
Something like that. Yeah. I'm about 13, 14. And so I'm from Philly. So Philly has a culture of, that hustle culture. Mm-hmm. So my stepdad was like, okay, so if you ain't going to school, you're going to go to work. Right? So he had a table, selling odds and ends, I can't it don't even matter now. Bootleg contraband.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying?
Survival.
That's where I got a lot of my music from. You know what I'm saying?
Amen. Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, at this point.
Yeah.
And, I would just work the table, and I'll go out. Like, you can't be at the crib all day doing nothing, bro. Do something, And
So you were in pharmaceuticals at 13?
No. He's selling.
He completely missed
bootleg
it.
CDs.
He completely missed it.
You said contraband. Okay. Got it.
No, because
he hangs out with me, man.
Yeah, it's okay.
I come from
it's
something
okay.
different.
It's
So
okay.
he thinks everybody comes from
No,
that.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what about
had a drug empire.
No, man. I literally supported it with that's how I got a lot of my music.
That's your El Chapo. I'm sorry, brother.
Sorry, brother.
No.
You just got the demeanor like you can handle it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I come from that environment, but
I know you do.
I stayed,
Yeah.
They had a table, man. You don't have a table of drugs.
No.
I didn't know how they was working their thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Philly is bold like that, though.
Pandemic.
Philly is bold like that, though. But we talk about 94, 95. That's not. So folks were selling socks.
So you got Clue mixtapes.
So that allegedly. Allegedly had a full feature before, 2 weeks before the release. Allegedly. Allegedly.
I love it.
So you on the street. You
Right.
hustling CDs.
And that went for a little while. And then, we're moving around and stuff. By the way, that's my actual brother right there. So,
brother?
Yeah. So he
wanted the 9.
At any point you could be like, that's not true. At any point.
Which one are you? Second oldest or?
No. He's number 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lee. 5. Sorry, he's 5.
The brawls y'all had in that motherfucker.
Yeah. Well, I was out the way, so it was all them. Yeah. That's
the battle royals you niggas having.
That's a whole nother conversation.
Out of control.
That's a whole nother conversation. Sure. And it's 7 boys and 2 girls.
Oh man.
Yeah. So it's me, 2 girls, the rest is boys.
They was out of control.
No idea. That's another conversation for
Different pod.
for a never day.
For a never day.
That's another conversation for a never day. So we they're going to school and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because they became the new priority. And me, it's like, hey, you want to fuck off the rest of this? You already know what it like. And I think they was at their wits' end with me anyway, because I was.
You've been getting to it.
I was an interesting child. You know, again, I'm not listening to nobody. I'm bucking back on authority. I'm hard headed. Like I'm a whole new level of hard headed. I was sophisticated with my hard headedness. Like, you want to talk about gaslight?
Yeah.
What are you talking? I don't know. Yeah. So, but you got to understand, prior to that, young teenager, I had endured a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? That they weren't present for.
Yeah.
So, anyway. So, at that point, I'm like, F all this, I'm just listening to me. Because as far as I'm concerned, I'm all I got.
Yeah.
Like, for real. Yeah, there's people around. Nobody paying attention. Not really. There ain't no real eyes on me. There ain't no real cover on me. Not from y'all. Somebody. Because it's a lot of situations I shouldn't have been able to walk out of. And I'm eternally grateful for that, especially thinking about it in hindsight. So, high school came and went, essentially never happened. So I didn't have that social development.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So where I got that from is by hanging around creative and performing arts kids. And I would just hang out with them. After they would, after school would let out, we'd go to the mall and we just hang around. And I would kind of sort of like pick their brain, like, what did y'all learn in school today? Hey. Well, yeah, let's sing some tunes, guys. Hey. And they looking at me like, bro, we just got out of school. We're not trying to do school again.
Right.
But I wanted to be close to it. I wanted to because I didn't get to go to school. I didn't I'm moving this way like out of reflexes. It's not like a thought that's in my head. Okay, I didn't go to school, so I didn't get the education. So the best thing I should do is hang around the kid. Like, I'm not thinking like that. It's
naturally
I just wanted to be close to the education, and it wasn't really like, curriculum based stuff. It was more so mindset. Mm-hmm. So I'm getting friends and I'm getting, perspectives.
Yeah.
From hanging around them. And it's like, oh, artists just got a different vibe. Because I would hang out with the non-artists. And I would hang out with, because I had a lot of time on my hands. I would hang out, I hang out with the thugs, I hang out with the geeks, I hang out with the, with the Akis, you know what I'm saying? I would hang out with, my stepdads.
Whoever was outside when you was outside.
Yeah, whoever was outside when I was outside. Yeah. And I would wait until they were let out. And then I'm like, cool, I'm going to go hang out with my people.
Yeah.
Because now I can speak freely and I don't look like a weirdo. Like, what are you talking about? All that creative crap, So that's when I started to notice I might be a little special in these streets. I might actually have something that I should like focus and cultivate and put a lot of energy into making it into something, because everybody ain't got it like this.
Was it because being around those creatives,
right?
You noticed that
I was able to get the context.
You were able to get the context, but you also noticed that I'm better than them.
Here y'all go.
So I wasn't gonna say that, but
no, I mean, because
I didn't.
Brothers in arms.
I didn't. Basically, I'm being completely honest. There was some element of that.
Because
there was some element, but it wasn't from a. It wasn't from
sort of thing.
No, it wasn't a competitive thing. It was just an observation.
It was just like they're going to school for it.
Yeah.
Apparently, their gifts qualify them. Of course, their grades qualify them.
Yeah.
But
I just got it.
I got something on me that they ain't got.
Yeah, and I don't. Nobody. I'm not going to school for this.
Like you said, yours wasn't being nurtured.
Right. It was just there.
I just got it.
And this is before I'm even understanding how special and how valuable that is.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not getting that positive reinforcement, that positive feedback. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in the weeds thinking that I need to, get my weight up. And it's like, nah, you're a little further along than what people are not telling you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it wasn't until I started recording, but I'm fast forwarding. So around about like 16, 17 or whatever, I'm getting like massive downloads because now I'm like looking for it. Mm-hmm. So my stepdad playing a whole bunch of crap at the crib, all types of stuff. A lot of R&B, but mostly a lot of soul music, some jazz, some smooth jazz, and I kind of use that as a springboard to kind of, as like a gateway to get into other stuff because of whatever was happening around my time. Because he playing stuff from his time. You got Earth, Wind and Fire, and a whole heavy band him because he played the saxophone. He used to be in the band. He used to tell me his stories about him and his brothers. They used to band up and do like little performances and stuff. And they was also trying to like basically represent that same element of all of these bands, and that's a whole different process of, so it's not just focused on, the song or the singer, it's the whole musical production, and this is how I'm getting my musical education. Yeah. Listening to, what's the name of some of these bands? Ohio Players and Chicago and Tower of Power and Lakeside, all of it, So all Parliament Funkadelic cracked my head open so much, man.
I can tell.
George Clinton, and then you go back further, and then you got James Brown, and it's like, oh crap, and it's like, then you go back further, and then you got John Coltrane, Charlie Parker, Miles Davis. It's like, yo, where was all of this? And then when I found Stevie, Donnie, and Marvin, that was a wrap for me. 80% to 90% of my musical education comes from Donny Hathaway, Stevie Wonder, Marvin Gaye.
You could hear it in your music.
Yeah.
You can hear it.
Absolutely.
You can hear it.
I pivoted around those three, starting from like 15, 16 to today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those are the go-tos for me. Now, it's not to, not mention all the other ones. You got Sly and the Family Stone. You got Michael Jackson. You got Prince. You got all the mentionables that everybody mentioned, and then some you probably never heard of. So I'm listening to all of these people, and this is where I'm getting all of the vibes from. At the same time, you got Boyz II Men, you got Jodeci, you got Brian McKnight, you got Take Six, you got all of these people that's coming out at the same time, and I'm like, which way do I go? So my mindset was never a clear path. It was always, in conflict because I'm trying to reconcile these two eras. Yeah. You got New Edition, and then you got Guy, you got freaking whoever else, all of these people that were coming out at the time. Of course, you got Babyface, and that whole situation, and that time, like crazy, songwriting and being romantic. Like I don't know nothing about these romantic streets, I'm not even getting that. I never, I don't even know how to move in that space at all. I wasn't getting girls, I got lazy eye, I had a chipped tooth back then. I wasn't cute. Nobody cared, So I leaned on what I was good at. Yeah. Being creative, being the good singer, being the nice guy. Yeah. And that's how you get just friends. But again, fast forwarding. So
great song. What did Babyface say?
About what?
His writing perspective.
Oh, about what? About writing for everyone. It says in writing for a space of, and not verbatim, but what I took from it, of the everyday man. Right. Because the everyday man is just friend. Yeah. The everyday man is not the playboy.
Right.
a lot of niggas write, rap, or sing about it, but
Yeah.
most of those guys weren't that either.
Right.
You came from a very pure place with your music,
Yeah,
and
'cause
that's where Babyface came from.
Yeah,
He
and
was
that's
like,
where-
he was the show. He told me,
That's
he was the shoulder to cry on.
Yeah, that's where I was. You know what I'm saying? Now, respectfully, if it leads into stuff, then it leads into stuff. But that's not what I'm leading with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I always wanted to have that in there as well. It's like, yeah, we can get into some, whatever. But I need for you to know, like, I'm actually here because I'm interested in you.
Boy, you pimping. I know one
Anyway,
when
I know one when I see one.
You hear you? I hear you. You hear you? I hear you.
You hear you?
Yeah. I mean, proceed.
Admittedly, it's some polite pimping, but it's genuine though.
Yeah, it's genuine.
It's always genuine because I grew up in a town, in an environment where there was no disclaimer.
Yeah.
It was just traffic. You in it or you not.
Yeah.
But for me, it was like, I don't know how to move like that, because it connects with stuff, in a different way that I had to endure, people taking advantage, people being predatory, people manipulating, people finessing. I didn't want anybody that was in my presence to feel like any of that was happening.
Was doing that to them.
You know what I'm saying? And again, I'm not judging. It's just my personal perspective and take on life because of my timeline. So that ordered my decision making and how I wanted to treat people and wanted to be treated. Yeah. So stuff got hairy at the crib. I didn't feel like I could be myself. I was misunderstood. Nobody was seeing me. Nobody was listening to me. I wasn't, getting what I felt like I needed. So I dipped. And I'm like 17, 18. I was almost 18, something like that. And now I'm outside.
Yeah.
No safety net.
Yeah.
Nobody's coming. Figure it out. And, bits and pieces I started, putting together as far as learning who I was. And I would get sparse game here and there, and I really wish, I'm not looking on it, resentfully necessarily, but I will say it would have been dope if I had a consistent, solid mentor to kind of like help me navigate.
Just a little navigation. Just a little.
You feel, I appreciate the come up despite that. It would have been nice if I took fewer L's. It just would have been because you inherit side effects, you inherit baggage, from, it like I should be more confident.
Because if you don't know how to audit that trauma,
it
can
be
detrimental,
and you'd figure I should be more confident than I am right now. I had to come to the realization to even communicate. Oh, that's my problem. You're lacking confidence. Now I got to walk that out. Why? Are you, all that you've accomplished, all of this proof, why are you lacking confidence? Why is that? Yeah. It can't be because, you don't feel like you're good enough. No, that's not. Where is that coming from, bro? Yeah. And that's a lot, that shutdown had me sit down and work through all of that.
Wow.
And it's still a process. It's still a process. The short version is I wasn't investing as much in myself as I was in other people. I was giving too much of mine to other people in the world, and when I was out, there was no one there to give. And it's no one, here's the thing, it's no one's responsibility to do that because you wasn't supposed to give up all of yours anyway. That was for you.
Yeah.
Like, you're not supposed to give up yours. You're supposed to give up what you have to give. Because when you run out, you think people going to give you theirs? No, because they need theirs.
Yeah. You have to save some for yourself.
You have to.
Gotcha.
I didn't.
No, you just didn't know. You just moving.
So I'm trying to be the thing that I feel like I never got to the world, hoping that that's the way you get it. Yeah. Like, nah.
But ultimately, it could have turned out that way for you because of how it turned out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With like you said, from what you come from or what you've dealt with, to be in the place that you are now, just in life, period, in the accomplishments, all the things that you've done for yourself.
Right, I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? How it turned out.
So in essence, it actually did come back, but I wasn't able to receive it.
Right. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? It actually came back so massive that
so many folds, but you weren't open to recognize or to receive it that way.
I had to learn that.
Yeah.
You know? So it's a lot of learning stuff. So by the time I got to about 98 is when I had developed a reputation for myself in the city for being, you know, the music boy. Like everybody knew me as that, even before they knew.
Was that your name?
Yeah, well, it was a title. It was like, they go to music boy. Like he always doing something. I was singing, I was beatboxing, doing something. I was in somebody's jazz club somewhere. Like I was always in the scene, and everybody didn't know my name, but they knew of, like, you see me. Yeah, I'm everywhere. Yeah, you know, even before you even knew who I was. So because, you know, that's what the reputation, because people would literally say, "Oh, you're the music boy. Didn't I just see you down South Street?" Beat like, yeah, I was. Whatever.
You on the corners with it, you everywhere.
Yeah, you know. So I just started going by that name. Like, y'all can call me the music boy, so just call me Musiq. You know, and the first person that was like, "Oh, okay, Musiq. Hey, check it out." I'm like, this nigga just called me Musiq.
It worked. It worked.
Let's go. You know, and I just went with it. You know, because what better?
What better name?
What better? It's literally my life. You know. Yeah. So I just started, you know, introduce. It was awkward in the beginning. It was like, "Hey, what's up, man?" Like, I'm Musiq. He was like, "I'm saying it right." Yeah, I'm Musiq.
Am I saying it right?
And then like, "Oh, hey, Musiq." Yeah, because you know, my homie said like, "Yeah, man, we, you know, let's, you know, get him. Cool."
Now I remember the first time hearing your name. I literally remember the first time somebody said it, and I said this. I was like, "His name is Musiq."
Yeah. It felt like that.
But
it felt like that.
It made you either
So,
want to figure it out or you're intrigued by it, whatever it was. Right. But I was like, and actually I thought it was genius, bro.
Yeah, well, I mean, thank you. And so fun fact, the Q came from, you know, you can't trademark MUSIC.
No.
So you gotta put a K in there, a Z in there, something.
Yeah.
You know, and then I just decided to go with the Q. Which kind of was annoying when people just, music. Is it music?
Yeah, music.
Oh,
music,
man.
Yeah. There you are, just in your upper echelon.
Okay, here we go. No, that don't go together. You can't just.
It is music.
You can't retro that.
It is not your American word.
No.
It is not your hood word, music.
Which actually I couldn't protest in France.
Right.
When I went to Paris, I was like, no, it's not.
You got to roll.
Technically,
sounds good.
Yeah. And I like the way you say it. So I'll say it again.
Music.
Yeah.
So was there a big break for you in Philly, as far as, because I always hear about the legendary clubs and the Sean G's of the world putting together things.
Big break. So what I would equate to a big break is just the reputation. Mm-hmm. You know, my reputation stock kind of got a little higher because I started showing up to like key spots, and key events, and I started getting a reputation in the town.
The music boy.
Yeah, the music boy. Yeah. So, but no, because I was still, like, a lot of people don't realize I was struggling. I had a homegirl that used to work at a restaurant, and she would make tips, and we would link up at the end of the day to get a $50 room for the night, and I would just go up the street to the open mic club.
Wow.
It was crazy.
So were you winning bread at the open mics, or was it just going to sing?
It's just shedding, man. Just trying to, like, get better.
Wow.
Just jumping on stage. Whoever will have me, because sometimes certain nights were kind of like
dedicated to whatever.
You know what I'm saying? But other nights they open and I'll just get up there and do whatever. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. But you figure it out.
As you're coming up during that time, who are the other artists in Philly that are like bubbling with you? Were you like running into?
So fun fact, I wanted to be in a group. And I was telling
I think we got that earlier when you was making people be in your group that you didn't tell them they was in your group.
Sing your part. Boy.
Kenneth.
What's wrong with you? I can tell you ain't rehearsed. I can tell you didn't rehearse.
You off.
You off.
You off.
You way off.
So You know, but there's that whole, you know, no low confidence thing because I didn't want to be the front guy. Yeah. Plus, I like the concept of harmony. You know what I'm saying? And plus, I thought
Philly Boys the
man,
man,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And plus, you know, I thought 112 was genius. Like all of them can
word.
go.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah.
I want to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know about 4 of us though, but we could do 3.
Yeah.
That'll work. You know. So at the time, you know, I'm trying to recruit folks or whatever. And, you know, all the creative folks that I was, you know, hanging out with was like, yo, you should get so-and-so. You should get so-and-so. I'm like, okay. Like, nah, you don't know so-and-so? Like, nah, I never heard of him. Like, man, you should get, yo, you got bro's number? Like, Bilal.
Wow.
So I was like, all right,
Musiq Soulchild,
who's
Bilal
this
in the group.
Bilal guy? Okay.
Shit.
Sounds
So I got his
volatile.
number. And I called him up.
I gotta hear this.
And mind you, I'm paraphrasing because, you know, timeline is hazy. You talk about almost 30 years ago.
For sure.
So I'm calling him up. He's, hello, who's this? I'm like, hey, is this Bilal? Yeah, who's this? And I'm like, it's Musiq. Musiq? Musiq what? Musiq who? I'm like, what the fuck is that? No, that's like my name. And he asked me some obscure question like, do you know the first person to ever call music or why it's called some? I don't remember, but I'm like, who is this philosophical dude? I just want to know if you trying to be in a group or not, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I ain't call it, but I didn't understand how
Bilal.
The levels.
Bilal,
the levels of
Bilal
Bilal.
was.
How
you know?
Bilal works.
And I pulled up to his crib, whatever, you know, and, you know, he asked me to sing something for him. And I think I picked a Brian McKnight song and he hit me with the, okay, all right. And now I didn't understand like how dope he was. That's the thing. So that's why I'm looking at him like, what you on, man?
Why you acting like this?
I'm not understanding.
Who
you know?
is you?
Who is you?
Yeah.
You know? And I'm not getting it. You know, I'm like, this dude is different. You know, not in a bad way. He's just different. Like, what's happening right now? Because I was used to the, oh my God, you're a dope. And he didn't give me none of that. He gave me mine a little bit, like, okay. So we had a few run-ins, and it's like we just mostly talking, you know. Mm-hmm. And then one day we pulled up to this. It was like this. I think it was a jazz club. It was a jazz theater, actually. It was a theater. It was just a theater. And he had a homeboy that played keys or whatever. And, you know, I met him there. And his homeboy just started playing keys. And bro started singing. And I was like, this dude.
At this point, you hadn't even heard him sing.
No. Never heard him sing.
Oh, yeah.
And this was the first time like I actually heard him sing. I was like, what?
This is why he dissed me.
I was like, what even is this dude, man?
Alien.
Like, and just take it however you want to take it. Like, in my mind, I had a thought like, this dude gotta be trolling everybody. He gotta be an angel, just messing with everybody. Because I've never heard a person sound so, like his tone was so pure and effortless.
No, extremely
just
effortless.
Matter of fact.
I watched him
squall
and scream. Like,
and then bring it right back to a clean false. I was like,
yeah.
I'll give you guys a little bit of
how,
his
bro?
vocals are immaculate.
I don't really
like. You want to talk about elite? You want to talk about top tier, God tier vocal ability? And from that moment, I was like, yo, yeah, you part of the group. You part of the group. I don't think he was interested. We never actually talked about it really. But I was like, oh, you definitely you gonna do all the work.
I got a whole space for you.
You know what I'm saying? But clearly that never happened. And then next thing you know, I hear him on records. You know, he busting down records with Common, and I'm like, oh, this dude, he getting to it. And I was, you know, and I was immediately a supporter of his from day one. And that's why when we did the record on my album, I literally started out, I said, hey, party people in the place to be. This is history in the making. Musiq and Bilal. Don't say. I knew how legendary that was.
Yeah.
And that was just, I didn't care if anybody else got it. Mm-hmm. That was for me. And when that record, because I couldn't be in the studio with him because I was in New York doing the video for the Night, and he was back at Philly, and he was like, I set up a session and whatever, and I'm like, fuck, I really want to be there because you know what I'm saying, but he kept calling me doing. I was like, bro, just do it. He's like, and yeah, all right, hit me back like, so what you want me to do? I was like, bro, I really don't care what you do, bro. Like, just do you. Like, I'm basically saying, like, you cannot fuck this up. It's impossible for you to fuck this up. I promise you, anything you do will be great.
Yeah.
Right? So after about I think it was like the third or fourth call, and he stopped calling. I'm like, cool, I guess he got it. Because I was distracted. You know how videos go. You ain't got time to be talking to folks. Like, I'm focused. I'm trying to figure out, I'm trying to figure out these angles, bro. I'm awkward. I don't know. So the end of this video shoot, it was a long video shoot. And I don't know how I got it. I don't know whether I got a file or something. I got something. And at the end of the day, I went to the hotel. Car key wasn't working. We all know how that goes. And my manager's like, it's cool. I'll just go back downstairs and get you a key. So I'm sitting in front of my door, just waiting for him to come back. I was like, I might as well listen to this reference, that old boy did, and I'm listening. And the song, for those who don't know, it's a song called Don't Stop, Don't Stop, Give It Up, Don't Stop Doing It. No, I heard my voice, my verse. My verse went, the hook came or whatever. And then I was waiting for his verse, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure he did enough or whatever. And his part came on, now that I got you off the wall. I was like, oh, this is what I wanted. This is what I want. I'm tweaking in the hallway at 2 a.m. Nobody's around. I'm like, oh, here. Yo. So I'm, and I promise, I probably use, because he did like a bunch of takes. I promise you, I probably use every take that he recorded. I
splicing, yeah.
Bro, you know them vibes.
Yeah.
I try to use every morsel. Because I don't, and to this day, I don't understand, I have my theories, but I don't understand how he's not mentioned more. I don't get it. I mean, but I do get it.
I mean, to say it simply or correctly, at a certain point, it does become a popularity contest. Yeah, and
as far as I can tell, I don't think he cares that much.
And then, there's absolutely that.
Yeah. So
he knows he's good.
And that was another thing, and whenever I would see him, I'll be so proud of him. You know what I'm saying, that he's gotten to where he's gotten with his craft, and he's like. It's just crazy. I know it sounds like I'm, but I think you got to give people theirs. Mm-hmm. It's very important that you speak truthfully and adequately, because it's important for people to get that.
Yeah.
Because we find ourselves in those spaces where it just happens. Mm-hmm. We got that bully in our brain. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know if that's it today, fam. Like, it's like, come on. Not you today. Not today, bro. I don't feel like this today. We have that weird thing that happens. So it's good, I think, it's good that people that understand where you are, that can appreciate fully what you do, that when they speak on it, that it's coming from a not just a genuine place, but a place of knowing.
Comes from that place.
It's come from that place. Not just, oh my God, no. No, like I low-key don't want to, because you're an op for real in life, and I'm trying to be better than you. But I think that it's important that it's mentioned. Yeah, you're actually that.
I tell him every time I see him.
That good. You're actually that good. Yeah.
Every time I see him. Last time I saw him, I think I saw him in Chicago.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I was like, bro,
And every time I see him,
you're a
I
monster,
just,
right?
dude, I just be so happy to see him because historically, people that are gifted in a specific way tend to be burdened by a lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. We see it happen all the time. So when I see him and he's flourishing and functioning, and he's doing good, like I'd be grateful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think people like him are really necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and very important.
Absolutely.
Anyway, so
Bilal
used to
doesn't
go-
want to be in the group with you.
I didn't say that, but it just didn't happen.
Okay, all right.
What the fuck?
He didn't join, bro. he didn't join.
He just so you was trash to him, and he didn't he didn't want to join up. So get over it.
At least he didn't kick you out of his apartment.
Oh, okay.
He let you hang out, man. Let you hang out.
He did. So I used to go to we're going back. So I used to go to like a lot of open mic clubs. I used to go. I went to Jill. Jill had her own situation called Words and Sounds. I don't know if a lot of people. I don't know that a lot of people made the connection that her first album was called Words and Sounds because she had actually had an open mic type situation called Words and Sounds.
Oh,
And
wow,
she
I
would
didn't
do
know that.
poetry and she would sing.
Wow.
And I would pull up to hers. I would make my rounds. You know what I'm saying? I would go to hers and I'll go to this other spot and I would go to this other spot, to see, what was popping. And that's how that was my introduction to learning how to be on stage and perform for people and stuff like that. And, she was one of the ones that kind of helped me break out of the whole low confidence, shy shit. She did the tight lip, if you don't get your ass on this stage.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Yeah. She got
Dang.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Because, she clearly saw something in me that I didn't, and I would get up there and she was like, see, now don't you feel better? I'm like, yeah, I do actually. Thank you, And then I would take that, and I would go, whenever I would get, I would get those nerves, I would just push through. I still get them to this day, but I'm able to manage them way better now, depending on what I'm going through. Sometimes it's tougher than others, but clearly, because I've done a million shows. But back then it was tough, because when you don't have it, when it wasn't developed, it literally feels like jumping off of a cliff with no parachute.
Yeah.
So I would get up there shaking and everything, voice cracking. You got to figure it out. You got to stabilize, bro. Stabilize. You got it,
Yeah.
And then I would get my rhythm, and then it would be cool. A lot of freestyling, because I ain't had no songs, And
So you weren't doing covers either?
I couldn't remember the words a lot of
Oh shit.
the way my ADD work. I don't really retain a lot of I know how it go, but I don't. How you know a song, but you don't know the song, but you know the song. Mm-hmm. You can sing along, but when you got to sing it cold, it's like, oh shit, what are the words?
So you were accidentally remixing the song.
Yeah,
I was about to say, like, you up there,
yeah.
you were in deeper waters than what you realized.
Yeah. But I had to keep it going because you want to be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, go ahead and be
Here
great.
it is, yeah.
So through that development, and then eventually I started connecting with people who knew people that were connected, and then the rest is history. Met these people, connected with who became my managers at the time. Introduced me to my writing partner, Carvin Hagens. Shouts out to Carvin Hagens. Shouts out to Ivan.
Legends.
Ivan Barrios, or Orthodox producer that got you Just Friends and, Love and 17.
So were you recording before that?
No, that's what I'm saying.
What?
I didn't start recording until 99. Officially, well, technically I started recording in 98, singing background on a record. When I met Carv at Touch of Jazz Studios for these girls, the group Aries. There's a group named Aries. You know Aries. Are you in Canada, Yana?
I know you can.
You know, I know you know them.
Oh, yeah, I know you
Bro.
can. Yeah, sorry about that.
Anyway,
My apologies. Yeah.
we going.
Really?
Bring the worky to
But Touch of Jazz.
Touch of Jazz.
No, please, because most people that are watching this, they may not know
so
about
Jazz,
Touch.
so
Please give them
Jazzy
that
Jeff,
history.
from, Jazzy Jeff from the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. For those who don't know, Jazzy Jeff is the DJ. He has a studio in Philadelphia that was the studio that I started working at. And that's where I met Carvin. Carvin was working there. And
no deal yet.
No deal.
You just pulling up to the studio.
Yeah. You know, because the people who became my managers at the time had a relationship.
Yeah.
You know, with them.
Because a lot of people don't know the history of a Jazzy Jeff in the R&B space.
Right.
They know him as Jazzy Jeff, as Jazz on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So they don't really, and we like to give that information. We like to give, you know what I mean? And we like to give people their flowers.
Nice.
And salute them for what they've done and what they're doing and their contributions to this thing that we all love called R&B.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like Touch of Jazz, even me being a California kid, I knew exactly what that was.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And to me, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, it was like the birthplace of neo soul.
Yeah, it's that. Yeah, basically. Yeah. Well, yeah. Kind of.
I mean, everybody came through there.
Yeah. Well, neo soul
at some point
technically started with Erica and D'Angelo.
Okay.
But Philly, I think, as a place, as a location,
became the hub.
Yeah, kind of nurtured and curated that musical offering.
Okay.
So,
I wondered, like, I mean, of course it is an epicenter. You wonder how epicenters are created in a sense, but like.
But here's the interesting thing. It wasn't because that's what we were calling it or doing. That's just how we were categorized. We were just all doing our thing.
Did it make you all fall in line in terms of just creatively following in that vein?
No.
Or that's just what y'all was on?
We were just all on that same vibe.
Yeah.
Similar vibe.
Right.
You know, that's just what, a lot like how.
Because everybody's different.
So a lot like how everybody's on that trap vibe now. It's not like, there was no meeting.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
That was just how everything was moving.
Got you. Yep.
So everybody was doing their version of what was the popular frequency at the time.
Got you, for sure.
You know?
Yep.
So it's like, I get that a lot. People like, you know, so when did y'all decide and when did y'all, bro, like, this is not like, we didn't like sit around the table and say, okay, now you gonna do this. And you, that, at least not to my knowledge, because if that happened, I wasn't at the meeting. I ain't get the email. I don't,
like Go in DC.
Yeah. Okay, that's different. Yeah. So I started recording basically within the first half of 99, roughly. Most of the songs I made my first album came from that time period. That's it. Now, prior to then, I haven't recorded. I ain't had no songs. I ain't had no manager. I had no developmental process. I didn't have a plan. I didn't have no...
Just open mics.
Yeah, that was it. People knew me, but I ain't had nothing going on.
And you walked straight into recording those songs.
Essentially, I mean, with the help of Carvin and Ivan.
Of course, yeah. I mean, but
So you're recording those records before you get your record deal.
Right. I get a record deal from a phone call. Well, I get an option. Well, I get a notification that there's a possibility of a potential record deal through a phone call. I'm in Atlanta. I'm not thinking nothing of it. I'm like, I need to figure out how to get this money by tomorrow. I'm trying to figure out my life.
So are you even shopping a deal at all?
No, I'm not. Now, you know, retrospectively in hindsight, I'm thinking that's what, you know, my managers and my people at the time must have been doing, but I'm not part of those conversations because it's not, first of all, I'm not even thinking about getting a deal. I'm thinking about getting enough songs, burn them on a CD, selling myself, re-up, rinse and repeat. Okay. That's
because that's ultimately what you come from.
Yeah, so I come from.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can bootleg your own stuff now.
Yeah. He gets it.
I'm trying to get to the bag.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
bag.
Then, you know, at the end of 99, you know, a couple days before, you know, 2000, I get a call, you know, from, you know, my manager at the time. And he's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? We need you to come to New York because we got a deal for you on the table. I'm like, what, bro? What does that even mean? What are you talking about? Like, did you hear me? Like, we got a deal on the table for you. Deal on the table. I don't know what that means. It means a record. First, where are you? Now, they didn't know because I'm not beholden to nobody. I move and go wherever I want to go. If I want to dip, I'm a dip.
Right.
Not checking with nobody. So I left Philly maybe about that time, about 5 months ago. So they're not even
for 5 months.
So they don't even know. I'm not even in Philly. They don't even know.
Wow. You talk about marching to the BDO on drums.
Did I tell you I was outside?
Yeah.
I was dolo for a long time. So they're like, nah, you gotta come back to Philly, dude. I'm like, all right, well, give me. Now, mind you, how I got down there was Greyhound. I never flown a day in my life. Greyhound. So they was like, yo, we gotta give it. I was like, all right, as long as you give me a Greyhound ticket. Like, Greyhound? Nah, no, you gotta get on a plane. I'm like, I'm not getting on no plane.
I'm not getting on no plane.
What you talking about? Nah, bro, no. Unless you figure out a way to get, because I ain't got no bread. So either you give me a Greyhound ticket or you can kiss this deal on the table goodbye.
So you like, even if y'all buy the plane ticket, I'm not getting on the plane.
No, sir.
Shit.
No.
Okay, all right.
I couldn't keep that. I couldn't keep that same argument when I had to fly to LA from Philly,
right? Of
to make the premiere of the soundtrack
tough.
that I was on. That I got the deal like. So I had to
So you hop on your Greyhound.
So I hop on my Greyhound back to Philly. And what was crazy was I was already in a mood because I had a hard time. So it's a little side. So I had a hard time getting a job, because nobody would hire me because I had locks at the time. So, it's very anti-dark folk.
It's a different time.
Yeah, different time. So, why a week or so after I cut my locks off, I get a gig, and I'm like, this is some bullshit. Only for me to quit the job because I couldn't stand being there. I was like, nah, I just cut my hair for nothing. Yeah, people who have hair that cut your hair, you just know that that's a process.
Yeah.
So I'm already all over the place. Like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I had a whole image that I had, in mind. I didn't already just throw that in the trash. I don't know if this music thing is going to happen. I don't got no money. It's just weird.
It's your music business.
Yeah, but this is before the music business.
No, but I'm saying, that is the music business, though. Yeah. That's it.
So, and I always say this, it's almost like somebody somewhere was like, okay, somebody go down there and help this idiot because he don't, just
sprinkle a little something.
Just give him something because he don't get it.
Yeah.
So I get the call, blah, blah, blah. So I go back to Philly. Oh, so here's the thing. So the call was like, you got a deal on the table. I was like, deal? Okay, what does that mean? You got a record deal? Like, with a label? Like, yeah, well, what label? And it was like, with Def Jam. We could probably, I think it's a good shot. You could have a deal with Def Jam. I was like, with Russell Simmons? They were like, no, God, you don't know nothing. No, that's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. That's the only Def Jam I know.
Russ had been gone?
Been gone. Been gone. 99? Been gone.
Yeah.
I know Russell Simmons.
And Run DMC.
Thank you.
That's it.
That's all I know.
Yeah.
So they're like, bro, get back to Philly. I'm like, all right, give me my ticket. So I go back to Philly. I stay with my manager for the night because I was like, I'm going to just lock it. It's like, no, you're going to stay here until we get to New York.
You.
I need to know where you at,
Oh, you
bro.
that artist.
Yeah.
You that artist. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm clear now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get you get 2 keys to the room.
So
you get 2 keys to the. Yeah, you him.
Because I'm coming in there.
You him.
And I'm getting you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
him. Okay.
So we get to Philly and we get to New York. I'm sitting in front of Kevin Lyles like, why am I here, yo?
You're not Russell Simmons.
I'm not understanding anything. Redman in the corner. I'm like, what is my life, bro? Like,
Redman is in the corner.
Just randomly.
Just
like,
Redman.
I'm more interested. I want to talk to you, fam.
Right.
Like, no, this meeting is about you, bro. Like, what are you doing? So I'm just green. I'm giving context on how I'm not knowing anything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just to help you out from the first comment that you made.
Why you get directing this
No,
at me?
no. Because you made a comment about how, I deserve and Just Friends, was blah. it's coming from this guy.
Right.
I'm not trying to get in your way. I don't even know that I'm in your way.
I don't even know that.
All I know is like, oh, this is what's happening.
Yeah.
Right.
That's it. So, my bad.
I was hoping for an apology. That's
Sorry.
what I wanted.
Did you have Just a Friend?
Yeah.
When you walked in the door?
That's
walked in the
what
door
I
with
got it
just a-
on.
Come on, man.
And that made the Nutty Professor 2 soundtrack.
Yes, it did.
And that's why I had to fly to LA to make the
Oh,
premiere.
that's great. To walk in with that record.
And I felt like they couldn't put it on the soundtrack because I wasn't a signed artist. So somebody had the bright idea, well, why don't we sign him?
Yeah. That's how it goes.
I wasn't in the building. I wasn't, part of the conversation. But,
not gonna make somebody else's artist a
maths.
star.
I think that, and I'm just rolling with it because fuck else I'm going to do with my life. Last I checked, like if I couldn't call nobody up for the night, my bed was concrete. So it was a different world.
Yeah.
So I go from, I like to use this analogy. I started using this like it was a Cinderella story essentially, and midnight never came. I'm still lit. And I didn't know how to appreciate it at the time because in my mind, I'm coming from, 70s, early 80s type process. I'm trying to do big budgeted songs. It's like, bro, you just got here. Let's see how this trial run goes for you. I'm making plans for my next album and stuff. It's weird.
During the first album.
Yeah. The audacity, the idea.
So when you get your deal, I always like to ask, what did you buy?
First thing I bought was a house.
First thing.
Yeah, because I was,
Like you said, you were going from one.
Kind of check you get.
it was okay. It was okay for having nothing. It wasn't amazing, but it was good.
Now Tank really is mad at you because he didn't get no house out of his. He wasn't able to get no house out of his.
Okay, let me rephrase. I got an apartment.
Okay.
It was an apartment. It wasn't a house. I'm just calling it a house. It wasn't a house. It was an apartment.
And this is your first place
Ever.
for you ever.
Ever.
How old are you at this point?
I'm 22, 23, 22.
22 years old.
20. I would after my deal because I got my deal, if I'm not mistaken, in February. So I would have been 23 in September.
How long does it take before Just Friends comes out?
Oh, it was immediate.
Oh, it was immediate. So they were already locked and loaded. They just needed you to sign.
Yeah.
So they played you on some. We might give you a record deal when they already had.
To me, it looked like no, they was ready. It was me that was like, I might sign.
Okay.
Like, who is you?
I might say.
I don't know, bro.
You and your,
Okay,
your
here he
Russell
goes.
Simmons.
Okay.
I'll possibly. I'll stop by Russell's office maybe later tomorrow and discuss it with him.
Russell's not here.
Make sure Ron
He's
is
not
there.
even.
Russell's not here.
He's not even there.
Make sure DMC is there. I'd love to conversate with those guys. And Redman, that guy's cool. Make sure he's there as well.
Make sure you have
Hey, Kevin
water.
Lyles, can you bring Milli Vanilli next time?
Kevin, bring
Yes.
Millie Vanilli.
You don't.
I know some shit.
We not finna go there. You're funny. You're funny.
Wrote a couple songs in my
You're
life.
funny.
He's sharp. He's sharp with this guy.
Woo. So
Record comes out.
record comes out. I just
Smash.
want to sing comes out.
Was the record a smash from the rip? Or did
I
it
think
take
so.
a minute to build?
So again, I'm not paying attention to none of that because none of that is. It's not.
Even
in my-
once you have the deal.
I don't know what any of this means. I don't know what smash hits and charting. I don't know what any of this means.
So you're not talking to anyone else. You're not talking to Jill Scott. You're not asking them like,
We
yo,
run into each other, yeah, here and there, but no.
So you kicked my ass
accident.
and didn't even know
No,
was kicking
you
your
was
ass.
kicking it.
you were a victim of the machine, bro.
And
You-
there's hey,
All right,
hey, let's
he didn't hear
let's
it.
not
He didn't
gloss
hear none
over
I
on
said.
that.
He didn't hear none I said. He didn't hear none I said.
Yeah.
I heard what you said.
Okay, but you don't
ain't
wanna-
no
you wanna
machine.
stay mad, though.
Ain't
You
no
wanna-
machine in here on the pod.
Hey, but that
Okay.
Def Jam machine was
It's
kicking
you.
a lot of
Okay.
ass.
That Def
All right,
Jam machine
all
was
right,
in
all right,
fucking-
all right.
And at that point,
Okay.
are you the
But no.
only
I'm
R&B
in
artist? No, you wasn't on Def Jam.
Wasn't they in the Universal system?
Yes.
I think so. Yeah.
I was,
but you wasn't on Def Jam.
I wasn't.
All right, that time you weren't. When y'all kicked it off?
I was in Virgin.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And that's when I ran into you a couple
y'all was
times.
a redhead stepchild.
And I was Virgin a fan, bro.
Redhead.
So it's like
we used to run into each other because I would go earlier in the show, you would go later.
Okay. All right. Golly, you quick, bro.
Go warm that thing up for me, Tank.
You don't walk. You don't know you cut till you walk away. God, this nigga got me. God damn.
I'm shaking you all pod. I'm just letting you know.
That's great. And you about to start talking about this album. And I'm glad you're here, bro, because I'm going to take this moment to tell you.
Oh, okay.
In my opinion, just my opinion.
Okay.
And I like to argue my opinion too.
Okay.
But in my opinion, you have one of the greatest R&B debuts ever. Ever. To me.
Got you. I appreciate that.
That album is
Monstrous.
special.
Got it. Thank you.
Monsters.
That album is special. And I used to listen to it. I'm like, shit, this is really good. This is really, really good. And at the time, I'm just songwriter. I'm writing for everybody and doing that whole thing. And I'm just like, who's writing these songs?
It was me and Carve.
I know, because I was reading, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm reading it, I'm reading the information and you know, the liner notes, and then I meet Dre and Vidal
Gotcha.
in Philly. Randomly, I'm on a writer's trip. I end up meeting Uncle Mark, Mark Byers.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And at that same night, I'm working with Dre and Vidal. I meet Sean from Boyz II Men.
Oh, okay.
This is when that becomes my guy, and we become friends. But to me, Philly neo soul, you're my guy for that.
Got you.
I'm like, oh, this is special.
Got you.
What he's doing is special, and I relate to so much of it. You know what I mean?
I could only I had a personal policy. I ain't finna talk about something I don't know about.
Yeah.
You know? So that's why all my songs are coming from a very real place, in the sense that I can identify with it.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't do I Deserve, because I never been in that situation. I ain't have a girl to cheat on. I don't know what them vibes was. I'm sorry. My bad.
I think she cheated on him though.
Sorry, my bad. Sorry. That was.
Yeah, I got the knives out.
That was unintentional. I'm sorry.
Yeah, stab turn. Yeah.
I was never a cheater.
I know. Crazy. I know you said it in the song. Yes, I cheated on you. I got it. My bad. But the point that I'm making is, you know, I wasn't in the gym. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't take my shirt off. That's still too soon? My bad? Okay. So I had to speak from a place fully clothed. Wow. And politely. Because that's where I was.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it was extremely pure. As you give us the play-by-play of where you were, even in your understanding of what you were now a part of.
Right.
Like when I made my album, you know, I had been on tour with Genuine and with Aaliyah.
Right. The whole
Boy Superfest.
Yeah.
Black Round.
Yeah, Black Round.
I had now been immersed in it and been around it and hanging around Barry Hankerson and watching him talk at the ladies, going through the, you know what I'm saying? Like I'd been, okay. You know, I had been running around Hollywood, you know what I'm saying? Hitting the PF Changs.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? Apple Martinis.
That used to really be a thing.
That used to really be a thing. Yeah. PF Changs at the Beverly Center. You feel me? Running around with J Dub, aka Rockstar, in the Benz two-door. You know? Like I had, so when I was making my music, you know what I'm saying? I had all this. I had a little bit of Hollywood on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I had some extra.
No,
I
got
truly
you.
understand, but I still was.
Yeah.
The perspective was getting a little tainted.
There was a little perspective momentum.
From your standpoint, it's
like, I just got here.
It's like, no, it's like, I'm just doing music.
Yeah, I just got here, and I just work here.
I'm just doing.
Yep.
I don't know what that is. I'm doing Music.
I don't even know that not that I don't know what it is. I don't even know that it's a thing.
Now, you had a very honest record
Yeah.
on there that it could be taboo in this day and age. I'm sure an artist really probably could even make this song today. 17.
Yeah, because it was speaking to how a lot of dudes were being victimized.
Being tricked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're being treated as the villain.
Yeah. Yeah.
But how do I know if I don't know?
Right.
Because I'm being sold a story.
Yeah.
Like I had to have had the wherewithal to do my due diligence in order to find out,
Right.
so that I don't get
And
caught
you
out
was a
there.
young fella too,
Yeah.
though. So
Yeah.
it wasn't even that big of a gap.
Yeah.
But still,
But the fact,
the
right?
point
No.
remains. You
In
know?
high school, I'm a senior. I'm a 17-year-old senior.
Don't matter.
A freshman girl lies to me.
Don't matter.
Tells me
Yep.
she's 16 until I go pick her up, and niggas is looking like, is this nigga
Yeah.
driving to pick her up?
Is you for real?
As soon as she got in the car, I'm like, yo, what?
Yeah.
This is it felt weird because you got to go through the little thing, tell them who you come and get with at this school she went to or whatever, and the guard kind of looked at me weird, and I look young,
Yeah.
but he like, nigga, you driving,
Yeah. How make it make
driving,
sense?
nigga.
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So she get in the car, I start asking questions.
There we go.
And I had just
And-
really met her. You
and
know what I'm
that-
saying? But
and
I start
that was-
asking questions off the rip, like, yo,
And that was
what-
the point.
oh, what grade are you in?
Oh God.
I'm a freshman. I gotta drop you off. I'm not gonna leave you here. I'm not gonna just leave you right. I'm going to at least drop
No,
you. I'm
yeah,
gonna be
yeah,
a
yeah,
gentleman
yeah,
enough
exactly,
to drop you
yeah,
off, but
yeah.
I'm never picking you up again.
Yeah. This
And-
cannot happen.
And
again.
I was 17 and she was 14,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
we're
This-
both underage, but to me,
This cannot happen.
I'm like,
again.
nah, I'm cool.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm cool. You're not,
Yeah.
Nope.
So I was taken advantage of
When the girl was the
when
other
the
way
girl was a
around.
senior, and I was a freshman.
Oh yeah, yeah. She was a senior. You was yeah.
But
She was damn near a teacher.
But there is an inherent double standard with. Oh man, don't clutch your sweater,
he don't
bro.
got no pearl.
because I promise that was not your energy at the time.
It definitely
So let's just
he
hold
was
up.
this. He was here with it. Where we going?
She would pick me up and take me to
Okay,
church.
see. Anyway,
Take you
all
to
we
church.
We would.
You know what?
We used to go to church a lot.
I
All right.
bet y'all did.
So
church. Tabernacle.
will we continue to incriminate ourselves
Or her.
allegedly?
Allegedly.
My whole perspective had always been to start conversations and just inspire people to just be like, wait a minute. Let me come at this from a different angle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As opposed to just the same way that everybody do. So my whole life has been always just not necessarily in aligned with what was considered the everyday, the norm, the regular. I was always adjacent.
Lord
and I
sir.
always
Yeah.
felt always on the outside. Excuse me. Even when I started releasing records, it was still like, I don't think that fit. Like I would hear my so regular listen to the radio, songs would go, and then my song would come on. It's like,
No, nothing sounded like that.
and then at the end of that, go to another song like, what just
Even
happened?
the other quote unquote neo soul artists,
yeah.
you didn't sound like.
And it happened to it was happening to me as the person, and I'm listening like, does this fit? Like, y'all sure about that? You know, I like it. I think it's dope. I don't think it's like one of these things are not like the other, and people were just rolling with it. And because people were rolling with it, I was like, all right, cool. I ain't gonna say nothing.
Me too.
They just gonna keep playing it.
Yeah.
Cool. You know. But I'm not understanding how different what I'm doing is. I'm doing it according to, and people are rolling with it. And I'm like, all right, bet. All right.
It worked.
If we all just gonna play along, cool.
It worked.
I'm rolling with it.
It worked.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It worked, bro.
Now, it wasn't until later, if I'm being honest, completely honest, recently, that I learned how to appreciate how everything happened. Because up until I began to learn how to appreciate how everything happened, I was very creatively frustrated because I felt like I couldn't get off what I wanted to get off. You know?
That happens to people who, in my opinion, which I believe you are really great at what they do. Sometimes it's, your flex is a little too much for the average consumer. Tank and I have these conversations all the time. I mean, we literally, we ran into the wall at one point. And you know what I mean? And we went into the fire of Tank wanting to be too talented.
Gotcha.
He had a moment. You know what I'm saying? And as his representation, I told him, I was like, listen, dog, they ain't gonna get it.
I'm not gonna listen to you.
And he wasn't either.
Because,
you know what I'm saying? I rode on the train with him. I rode on the train with him.
It came to me, and I know it. I understand it.
I get it.
Like on a cellular level. It ain't my fault you don't get it. It's not my fault you don't get it. I know how great this is. And I know how much the world will be better for it because that's how I received it. So I will be doing it a disservice if I don't at least try.
We almost went broke.
Not to dismiss your perspective because it's very valid.
Yeah.
But what this is, don't give a fuck about $1.
He did.
Because it's more valuable.
He did though.
Now, what? No. It's not this cared. Reality cared.
Yes.
Because when I step out of this, and if I choose to, and it is a choice, understand that it is a choice for us. If I choose to be concerned about my real life responsibilities, then I understand. But a lot of us don't choose because we would rather live in this reality because this reality is more priority, because it's more valuable. This will outlast everybody. But these bills do need to get paid today. So we have to make a decision because we can't live in both spaces.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of us, we suffer on the creative side because we've been made to prioritize the logistics. So there go that balance.
Balance.
That's a very tricky, elusive, slippery thing. You know what I'm saying? And everybody is not built like that. And that's why, you hear the stories.
They're just not blessed to find it.
Yeah. And weren't privileged to a you to be able to communicate to him in a way that could resonate.
Well, because it goes back to the teaching.
Yeah.
And being able to articulate to that kind of person.
You can't just shout at me. You can't just speak. You can't threaten me. You can't intimidate me.
Absolutely.
It actually has the adverse effect.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Identify with me. Find out where I'm at and come get me.
Like he was, in terms of artist sensibilities, which that's what he's been since he was a kid with record deals. He was able to articulate it we was a different kind of homie, so he was able to tell me, cut and dry. You know what I'm saying? But he was still able to. I was able to receive it.
But the work still had to. It might have been efficient, but he still had to strategize. He still had to come at you. He still had to think about it.
Absolutely.
Because of the relationship, y'all miss each other with a lot of it, but it don't always work that way.
And I didn't get in his way. I didn't get in his way at all. I said, cool.
No, because that's good because some people think that you gotta do that.
No, you don't. And listen, if whatever business people, executives, managers, we can run down the line of whatever that is. A&R guys, when you're on that side, that's the reason why I chose at that moment, or a little before that, to put my creative music side on hold to help build his career with him.
That's that choice.
Yeah.
You gotta prioritize and you gotta be willing to shift.
Yeah.
For the greater good.
I felt like we didn't have enough people on the business side who understood the artist's life, because I had been in it. I understood it. I had put out records. I'd been on shows. I'd get up at the radio station for that one play at 5 a.m. so you can make there at 6 a.m. I'd done all those things, so I understood him. And when he was telling me, he's like, no, bro, I'm telling you, I want to do dip. I gave him what it looked like, in my opinion, and
from the outside,
and what it looked like business wise.
Yeah, from the outside.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes. But
the outside of him.
The outside of him, but I understood where he was.
Right.
So I was like, listen, I'm rolling with you, but I'm giving you a little bit of 2020 that I see from the business side of it, of what it's going to take for this to work. I don't think they'll give it to you.
Right.
I don't think they'll give you the tools you need to build the house that you want.
We know so much how valuable this is that we can't fathom why they wouldn't.
Right.
Yeah.
100%.
You understand?
Yeah.
So it's not that we're not listening to you. It's really very much, this is what everybody is looking for. And I have it.
And what we think they need. Like, they need this.
Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you give me the...
But what we don't have is the vantage point of they don't even have the bandwidth to even notice that it's even a thing, that it's even there.
They don't even see that there's food on the table.
They don't even see it.
They don't even see it.
So it takes a person like you to be able to say, okay, they're not going to give him what he needs because they don't get it. And he's not going to listen to them because he knows they don't get it. I get it from both sides. I get how they're wrong and I get how he's wrong. I also get how he's right and they're right. So am I just going to sit back and let them go to war, or am I going to interject and mediate? Am I going to facilitate and be like, okay, I'm gonna need y'all to give me a minute. Cool. I'm gonna need you. Just come walk with me real quick.
No, this is what he did.
Yeah.
So we took a walk, right?
Yeah.
And we walked into my closet. And when we walked into my closet, he looked up in my closet and he said, "We're gonna burn all of this."
That's good. That was good.
I'm like,
you gotta hit him. You gotta get straight to it.
We're gonna burn it.
Yeah. Might as well.
And we're gonna start over.
Might as well.
Now we started over.
Yeah.
We literally started over in what, 2016?
2016.
2016 we started over.
Nice.
We
So what we gonna be? What we gonna be? And whatever we gonna be, let's get to it.
Yeah.
Right now. I said, shit, we're gonna be this.
Okay.
And he's like, well, let's go be that.
Okay, yeah.
And that's what we've been ever since.
That's dope, man. Like, it takes a person who has the discernment and has the information, has the perspective, and has the invested interest. The specific invested interest, not in yourself, but in the outcome.
Yes.
Because that's all that matters.
Yeah.
What can we make happen? We could talk about what I feel like, what I think, we could talk about all that all day. What can we make happen? Because that's the only thing that's going to matter. Yeah, that sounds great. That sounds amazing. How can we make that happen? Do you have the resources? Are you provided with the tools? Is the personnel in place? Is even the clientele interested?
Absolutely. Right. Is there a demand for it? Are they asking
Where
for
you
it
gonna
from
put
you?
it? Cool, you did it. Where you gonna put it?
Yeah.
Is anybody looking for it? It's great. How can we get these off? No, that was amazing. Best shit I've had since Slice Jesus. We can't sell nothing. What was the point? And that's the perspective that we need to get in some capacity, so that we can, because once you, and I'm loosely speaking, humbly for this space, because this is the space that I identify with. But I know that at some point it has to resonate with us. We need a why, because that's what got us on this mission in the first place. So we need a why. Actually, technically, we need a why not. Why not do this? Why not go forward with my idea, with my plan? It came to me. You know how real it is? Like, if you just let me show you. It's like, cool, all of that is cute, but like, responsibilities, you got expenses, you got kids, you got a duty. So I get that you are special and you were gifted with this privilege, but it's only as good as it's functional. So how can we make this functional? It may require you to fall back on some things. Just delay it for another time. Let the opportunity present itself. It probably not even supposed to go how you think it is. It may need to go in a different way, but it requires you to have this energy. And you don't know enough to know, like, this is not where you're supposed to apply it to. This is the energy that you're supposed to have, but you're supposed to apply it to something else. So maybe you don't need to be the biggest R&B star, but you need to have the timeline and the energy of the biggest R&B star to be the authority on how to curate the conversation about R&B.
Yeah.
And I think that that's what happened. Because we're literally talking about R&B money.
Yeah. Boy's a prophet.
So let's get back into the songs too.
Yeah.
Let's go back into the song.
Okay.
Yeah, this other song.
Okay.
Of many songs. So many great songs. Once again, I have timestamps with you.
I know where you.
I got timestamps with you, brother.
Where you about to go? Yeah.
Like I said, I was a songwriter. I'm meeting with all the executives. I'm pitching records. I'm doing this whole thing. One of my guys like, hey, bro, meet me at a random, hotel. Meet up with him to go grab something to eat. I'm going to pick him up. It's my guy. He's like, I gotta play you something. I said, I can't play you records. He's like, no, I got to play you something. And he plays me the video. I go back up. I go up.
Video, okay.
Plays me the video.
Okay. So you got the visuals with it.
He plays me the video of this little song you have. It's called Love.
Funny.
And said person who played this for me was JoJo Brim.
Interesting. Got you. He was in the thick of it at that time. Yeah.
This is my guy.
Yeah.
Love
Front
JoJo.
seat, yeah.
Front seat. He plays me this record and I'm like, I'll never write that.
Oh God.
This is literally my thought.
Got you.
I'm watching it and I'm like, fuck.
Again, unbeknownst to me, I'm not knowing that this is happening.
Yeah.
I'm probably somewhere like, I'm gonna pull this off on stage.
Man,
Yeah.
that record is different. Vocally, lyrically.
As I've been told, yeah.
So who are all the players in that record?
So me and Carve, idea came from, I got tired of writing relationship driven records because, again, foreign territory for me. I can conceive it, I can observe it, and I have my own perspective on it from the little experiences that I had that weren't really that, they didn't go that far, but they were always going to come from that. And I just got over it. Like, everybody want to talk about smashing, everybody want to try to get a girl, and like, that's cool and everything, but like, there's a whole lot of other stuff going on. Like I wanted to write songs that spoke to just everyday life, devoid of, trying to get some, because that's what my life was. My life wasn't filled with trying to get some. My life was filled with trying to eat today. My life was filled with trying to process this trauma. My life was, trying to manage anxiety and stay away from depression. My life was, making sure, I pay attention and stay on swivel so I don't get caught slipping. Like, that was my life. So excuse me if, talking about chicks is not a priority to me. But I get how it sells records because that was the inherent, tradition of R&B music. That's how we communicate, in that genre of music. But I was like, all right, well then fine. How can we write a love song that's a love song, but it's not a love song, but it's still a song about love? And, me and Carver was bouncing back and forth ideas, and we settled on, well, what about if we talk, what about if we do a song where we're actually talking to love? And it was like, oh, what does that sound like? I don't know. Let's write it. So if love was right here and you was sitting down and love was across the table from you, what would you say? I don't know. Sheesh. I'll say a lot of things. It's so much. Like, okay, well, let's start like that. Love.
So many things.
So many.
So many things.
And I
Yeah.
But I don't know how. And I don't know how. Oh, okay. And then we start snowballing from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing led to another, and and we had to put a bow at the end because I wanted to leave it open ended because I was weird like that. But that's like, no, let's give folks hope. Okay, for better or worse, I still will choose you first.
Choose you first.
The verdict is still out on that, but let's give folks hope. And and we started building from there. But it's essentially a therapy session.
Absolutely.
And love is my therapist.
Thought it was the closest thing to gospel.
Yeah, a lot of people. So,
The
Well, no, they
closest
sing
thing.
it in church.
well, fun fact. A lot of people
I
think
don't go to church. I wouldn't know that.
Yeah, my
a lot of
fault.
people thought that it was actually a gospel song that we turned into a secular song. I would get that a lot. Folks would debate with me like I'm not me.
You
Like-
got that from somewhere.
Really? Please,
I remember Reverend James
Word?
Cleveland.
Yeah, okay.
Matty Moss Clark. Bro.
Yeah,
That's where you.
Matty Moss.
That's where you
Uh-huh,
got
yeah.
it
Took it from.
God bless
The
him. Yeah.
Mississippi Mass.
It had to be them.
Had to be.
Had to be.
That was clearly.
Yeah, because you was in the room.
It was universally.
No.
That's a universal song.
Right.
Yeah.
Is
But
difficult.
Yeah, but what makes this even more interesting is the fact that was not intentionally the plan. It was really focused simply on how do we write a love song that's not a traditional love song, but it's about love.
Well-
so we kind of get
Songs that become that are never intentional.
right. So I'm making a point to say this, that people come to me with this notion of genius, like I fully intended it to turn out that way. I didn't know how it was going to turn out. I was just expressing myself. I was just trying to cover what the mission was at the moment, was to accomplish this.
But you can't dismiss.
I'm not
the
dismissing
genius.
I'm not dismissing the inherent genius.
in the execution, in the development and execution.
I fully accept that. I just don't. I guess it's more so a me thing. I don't feel comfortable receiving praise for something that I didn't intentionally do, because now I feel like I'm getting false credit.
I disagree with you.
Listen, if I throw a hook shot from
Hold on, let me help you out. Let me help you out.
go in.
Let me help you out. No, you're not wrong. Let me help you out. I'm over it now. But there was a time where I had a big problem with that.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
I'm over it now.
I stole your formula.
Oh, you did?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
I was like, he talking too low. Because the only place I had heard, like, when it came to reverse perspectives, was commissioned singing "I Am Here." And you're
Got
like,
it.
who's here?
Because that was the most R&B gospel song.
Yeah.
And I heard the first time I ever heard a reverse perspective like that. I was like, oh, so
Yeah.
they
Switch
talking
positions.
Like
Yeah.
they God, and they, oh.
Yeah.
And so for the most part, we've only heard people talk about love.
Yeah. From
You know,
not too
yeah.
loved.
You know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah.
being in it, but never to it.
Yeah.
And
Directly.
Those who have faith in you.
asking for
Sometimes go
answers.
astray.
Yeah, because I was fed up, because I was at the point where I'm like, yo, I think everybody got all of this wrong. I think we all got it all twisted. I don't think we all got the same, assignment here with this love thing, because my experience with it, it felt a lot like abuse. It didn't feel like love. It felt like manipulation. It felt like oppression. It felt like game. It felt like
A lot of people use love the
I'm about to
wrong
say
way.
that moniker
because
can be,
you used to get me off of that, and I would run by
and
that.
you would run.
Yeah,
run
because
through a
I'm
brick
just,
wall.
bro, freely,
Yes.
willingly.
Yeah.
Here I am.
Yeah.
I'm coming. Let's go.
Yeah.
I was a whole Care Bear in these streets.
Yeah,
I'm trying to love everybody.
Man.
I didn't get the memo. No, wait.
I saw the light.
Come back. No, that's not what's happening, fam. No. Slow down. And I'm like, but why? They need love. Yeah. It's my duty.
Yeah. Hey man, you gotta stop. You gotta cut that out.
But that's what I felt, bro. I felt like that's what you're supposed to do. And this is coming from a person who've been, neglected that. Nobody show up for me. So I had to be the hero. Mm-hmm. I'm sure there's some psychological, philosophical conversation that could be had about that, but that's part of my baggage that I need to unpack.
The fact that you could put it in song, though, that's just special, man, because a lot of people don't have that outlet.
Right.
And for you to have that outlet and for you to give us what you've given us in this music thing,
bro,
it's great, man.
Music saved my life, and I'm indebted to music, immensely, and that's why I honor it so much and work so hard, because I feel like that's how I pay it back.
Yeah,
by being a good steward.
Yeah, the best that I can be.
The best that you can be.
Yeah, that's why I'm never in competition with nobody. Not because I feel like folks is beneath me. It's because no, my mission is to get better than me. I'm always, if you check my timeline, I'm always in support of everybody. I know it would frustrate, the red carpet, because I wouldn't give them a specific, I'm here for everybody.
Yeah.
Now I'll tell you the highlights that I'm looking for, but I'm here for everybody. It would annoy the crap out of folks when I would never answer the question, antagonistically, who I got beef with or whatever, whether directly or indirect. No, I'm literally a fan of everybody, legit. Every time I meet people, I have to learn how to stop doing that shit too. Giving people, sometimes people don't know how to receive flowers even when you're giving them to them, because they looking at you like, fuck you, nigga. Like, I'm like, okay, all right, never mind then, But if I could, I would not only tell people, that I support them and I love what they do, I would tell them why.
Right.
Because I'm paying attention.
Right.
I got time for this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I don't know about anybody else, but if I'm in your face and I'm giving you yours, understand that it's connected to a reason.
Right.
That I got time to talk with you about it, because I want to. Because I'm like, dude, do you know what you just did? Like, that's dope. But I know you.
That's
you gotta learn the hard way. You can't be that way, everybody, because everybody they try to little bro you, and it's like, all right. Don't get it twisted. I'm not devoid of understanding that I'm me too, bro. Like, I'm just trying to give you yours. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So
were you is it true?
Uh-oh.
Not rumor. It's not a rumor. But somewhat of a rumor, but not a rumor. No, because
what was that?
No. Listen. You listen now. I've been listening to the music. No. Seriously though, bro. Mm-hmm. There was a rumor of you and Fabulous trading records.
The trade-off, yeah.
Is that a real thing?
So as it was relayed to me is because I was on Def Jam and he was on Atlantic.
Which was, one was R&B, one was, yeah, okay.
Kevin Loss had, to my knowledge, has since left Def Jam.
To go to Atlantic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he went to Warner.
Warner.
Yeah, he went to Warner. And pulled up on me on the corner somewhere in New York, just randomly. I'm like, hey, what's up? And he's like, hey, bro, and say, blah, blah. And I don't know. We somehow found ourselves on the corner in New York. And he said, how's things over there? Because if I call him Sean Carter, Jay-Z was over there. He was running shit over there. And, stuff was cool. And it was no different for me. It's like, I'm at a label and I'm doing my job, So he's like, yo, how is it over there? I'm like, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. And he was like, well, I mean, like, what'd you think about, being over, over here with me? And I'm like, I mean, that'll work too.
Hey, man.
This is indifferent.
I don't understand.
I'm just going to do my job, man.
I just want to do my job, man.
Literally.
I don't know what you guys
I don't mean
are
no
doing.
disrespect. I don't know.
Yeah. You weren't invested in that side of it.
So he was like, okay, all right, well, hold that thought. I'll get back to you. And I'm like, okay. So about a year or two or something like that. You know, I crickets. And then he officially gets back to me and like, yo, so I think I got it. You know, I want to bring you over here. I want you to be, you know, on this label, you know, and, you know, paraphrasing, you know, whatever. You know, what you think? And I'm like, bet. Why not? You was there from the beginning. Who better to be with than with you? I'm not miserable over here. Like, I could figure it out over here. But later I found out, I mean, not too far later, but later I found out essentially what happened was a conversation was had and they settled on, well, bro is over there and he's over there. I want him over here. And I think that he would be a better fit over there. So.
The first ever music trade.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, seriously, when I heard it, I was like, wait.
Music for Fab, yeah.
They're making a trade? This is wild.
Yeah.
That should have been on Sports Center. That's a great trade.
Ticker tape. What is that thing?
That's a great trade. Whoa, announces.
So that's why I say it was never a confirmed thing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, when I meet this man,
Yeah.
I'm going to ask him about that trade.
Yeah, and so again, that's according to the information that was relayed to me, and and then when it later came out that, you know, the confirmation for it, I was like, oh, so it really did go that way. Oh, okay, cool.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Who you want to been traded for?
Uh-oh.
You think, what rapper could you have been traded for?
I'm trying to think, man. At my time, maybe Petey Pablo.
Okay. Anyway, so now here's another. That went hard though.
When I say I love Petey Pablo,
Woo!
I don't speak in the past
day.
sense. I love Petey. We used to be on hella summer jams together.
Nice.
And I remember being in North Carolina.
That energy, bro.
Oh, that freakily?
And he start playing that song. And when I say a zoo.
Yeah. Real energy.
A zoo.
Yeah. Got you.
Great performer.
I'm like, I'm next? I don't understand. Why am I next? Why don't you put somebody in between us?
Get somebody else to do it.
It's like, nah, you next. I was like, go get some more baby oil.
Anyway, back to the song.
It's going to be one of them nights.
So, fun fact about HalfCrazy. I actually recorded HalfCrazy in the time that it could have made I Just Want to Sing. But Carv had the idea that he wanted to start the process of getting songs that we recorded placed. Here is another thing. I don't know about placement. I'm thinking whatever you record is yours. Keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
Then it's like I didn't know that you could have a career as a writer. I didn't know that you could have a career as a background singer. I didn't know you could have a career as a I thought you just had to be the lead.
Yeah.
Bro, when I started running into people, dope people. People could sing, play, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, so when your album coming out? I'm not. You not putting no. You should put out. Nah, I'm set.
I'm good.
I'm gonna stay back here.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I could have did
the writers
that.
won't give their songs away now.
I could have did that this whole time, bro.
You could have been doing
Didn't know. And that would have worked for me. I'm an inside person. I ain't an outside person. That would have worked for me. You mean I could stack my bread, I could make my songs, and people could leave me alone? Wow.
He said, wow.
But
I can't imagine nobody singing your records, bro.
Nah.
So, but not to. And here's the thing, because I had to learn how to start watching my mouth, because you start to run the risk of, unintentionally being ungrateful. So, with all of that said, and even though I personally felt like that might have worked better for me because of my personality, essentially, there was bigger plans set for me. And I'm grateful that I was able to walk in that, because I've ultimately been able to be in a position to inspire and bless other people.
Yeah.
So it's just my humanity talking. So pay that no mind. So that song got sent off. A whole year went by. Here it is, I'm working on my second album. And I pulled Carv aside like, yo, whatever happened to that one record? And he was like, I don't know, I'm gonna go look into it. Came back like, it ain't doing nothing. I was like, can I get it back? Because it was actually one of my favorites of all the songs. It was my favorite. It's like, why you want to give that one up? Like, I want this one.
You recorded that in the first batch?
Yeah.
You out of control, bro.
Yeah. But I mean, we had to tweak it because the song that we submitted, you know, whoever, you know.
Your mind was just somewhere else, bro. Like,
I don't know.
Creatively, you was on some different shit.
Yeah. And then it came out, and that became the legacy of 6-8 records. Ever since then, everybody want to give me 6-8 records.
Wow.
Everybody's like, huh, you know, so I got another song for you. Okay, let me hear it. Da, 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 da. Bro, come on. Like, can I get a 4/4
just give me 4/4, baby.
beat pattern, please?
I sing in different time
I said,
signatures.
come
if you
on, don't just.
Now, people always want to give you what you've already had.
So that's how you get HalfCrazy. That's how you get Teachme. That's how you get If You Leave. It's all in 6/8. I'm like, come on, man. Like, golly. Now, here's what's interesting. Shut up. Because now you're going to make me... you're going to remind me why I like it so much.
You got jams, nigga. You got jams.
Now, here's what's interesting. My new single is coming out, Friday.
Yeah. What do you mean? Yeah.
Yeah. And it's called Beat of a Slow Dance. You want to guess the time signature? I chose it myself, though, because when...
Slow, mid or slow, 6/8?
Mid.
Okay.
Slow.
No, that's not slow.
Mid, right?
Untitled is slow.
Yeah, that's
slow.
Yeah.
So this is for your new project.
That's Quartet After Dark.
With Hit Boy.
Hit Boy, yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
After
Quartet
Dark.
After
Dark.
That was just for me and you. That was
I
just
wanna
me and you.
dress.
No.
That's
That was between me and you.
Has to be
wow.
addressed.
Wow. Yeah. Because I didn't hear him until you reset it, and I'm like, oh, yeah, this nigga wild.
He gonna post it. He was supposed to. That was just supposed to. He was low-key supposed to be telepathic. You know what I'm saying? But Hit Boy. Shouts out to Hit Boy.
Yeah,
I tell you, dude.
Monster.
I can't even begin, man. Mm-hmm. But, you know, if you know, you know. So, Hit Boy. Whole project. You know, all the songs
Love that.
produced by Hit Boy.
I love that.
And
Magic.
What I love about it so much is that, you know, it's provided me with an opportunity to start seeing what else is out there for me. Mm-hmm. Because prior to now, I've been doing my job. And proudly, willingly, you know, kicked and screamed a couple times. But, you know, I understood the assignment and I went along with it. And, you know, I benefited from it. And, you know, I like to think that people, according to what people tell me, they have as well. And I'm honored to have provided that service. However, now I feel like I'm in a space where I need to start entertaining other spaces, you know, to find out, you know, what else can I do? You know, how else can I, you know, serve, you know, musically, sonically, you know, because it's been 20 some odd years and I feel like it's time, you know, to shift a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, actually for me, it would be to start, you know, honing in, you know, what my OG idea was, but I didn't have enough information to execute it effectively. Mm-hmm. So I think the whole timeline was to kind of provide me with education and perspective, you know, so that now I'm better for it. I met him, you know, social media, DMs, man. I don't ever be on there, but when I do go there, like I try to make it count. And, you know, one message led to another, and next thing you know, I'm in LA at the studio picking beats. You know, did a couple records. It was a vibe. Shouts out to my homeboy Alex. Wait,
Just happens to be here.
yeah, it's my co-pilot. You know what I'm saying? Co-wrote all the joints with me. Genius.
Yeah.
I say it to his face, and I say it when he's not around. You know, because it's facts. And as soon as we got there, started cooking. And, you know, some time passed. You know, they had about like 3-4 records, maybe 4 or 5, something like that. Didn't think much of it because I'm still not in album mode. Mm-hmm. I'm just doing stuff to stay close to it so that I don't stray away because I'm in a dark place because of real life situations. Mm-hmm. So I know good enough to stay, whatever you do, don't let go of this line, bro.
Yeah.
Hold on to this line, bro. Mm-hmm. So I made sure that I, in essence, analogically speaking, if you understand what I mean, I stayed close to it because that's what was helping me, get through it, keep me from the darkness. And I was just recording stuff. I was just in recording. People say, yo, you working on? I'm working on songs, not thinking nothing of it. Last September, my manager was like, yo, I think I might, here go that I just want to sing process again. I think I might got a deal on the table for you, bro. Like, what do you mean? It's available. I'm gonna see what's good, but I think how do you feel about it? First of all, would you want to do it? And I was like, yeah, let's do it. I'm not ready, but it's like, why not? Because what else you gonna do? You gonna wait another year to see if you're ready? Opportunities don't just move. Like, you don't kids can go to Walmart and pick up an opportunity. Like, they come when they do. You should pray that you have enough discernment to recognize when you should move on something.
Absolutely.
So thankfully, I was in the headspace enough to realize I don't care if you're not ready. You ready.
Yeah.
You ready today? Go. So I told him, I was like, yeah. He said, all right, cool. I mean, you already got like these records. All you gotta do is throw another couple other ones up in there, and then you got an album. So I was like, yeah, all right, cool, yeah, sure, yes, okay. And even before it was fully inked, I moved with it. Good faith, you have to. You just gotta move because everything is making itself available. So do it. Cut a couple more records, and started mixing January. The late December. Was it December? It was December, sorry. Started mixing in December because I was planning to have it out in February, but stuff, don't always go how you want it to go, but but the album, the album was almost ready, and then it's like, and the whole time I'm like, this is really happening. Like, this is moving so fast.
Yeah.
I'm not ready.
Yeah.
I'm not ready. But everybody else around me was ready.
Yeah.
So I was like, bro, just lean on that. Stop trying to steer. Just roll with it. And I'm like, the whole time, shut up. Just let it go. It's I know. Just let it go. It's like, bro, you just gotta roll. Just let go. Let it happen. It's good. I know. But it's good. It's better than what you've been getting. It's better what you've been doing. And it's moving in the direction that you want it to go. So learn from your past. You don't always know what's best. And if it's ticking most of the boxes, just roll with it, man. Just roll with it. It's like, okay. And then when you do that, when you let go and you let stuff happen, you allow it to show you the why. And then when I started getting the feedback like, oh, got it. People do still care. Like, people showing up and saying stuff just off of a mention of it. Wilding. I'm like, oh, it's because you needed that. You needed to give the world a reason to respond to you, to let you know, oh no, we're still here.
Yeah.
Oh, got it. Okay, I get it now. So it's not about the details. It's about it happening and it being attached to you so that people can have a reason to give you yours.
Yeah. What's the name of the project?
Victims and Villains.
God damn.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. I want to hear it.
What is that?
I want to hear it.
Why that?
I want to hear the shit out of that.
Yeah. No, for real. Just the title
God
in itself.
Damn. This is a movie.
Yeah.
Victims and Villains.
Yeah, Sex, Love, and Pain. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Victims and Villains.
Exactly. So you get it. Yeah.
Nigga, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Congratulations. Listen, even, and it's funny because we had the same conversation with Mike City.
Mike City.
The great
Mike City.
Mike City.
And you and Mike are very to yourselves.
Mike City is I haven't seen Mike City in a minute, but Mike City is the bro.
And Mike City is not looking to be seen. He could care less.
Yeah.
He's just I just want to do what I do.
Yep.
Go to my Clipper games.
Yep.
Call it a day.
Yeah.
And I tell Mike City, and as I will tell you the same thing. You are so much more needed than you realize.
Apparently.
Like for the universe of this thing.
Ooh, got it.
Like coming out of that shell and standing in front of it is the thing that gives the ultimate hope. Because there are so many people like you.
I know.
There are so many people that are this far from the darkness.
Yep.
And they are looking for an answer, a way out, some glimmer of hope, a light somewhere.
Right.
And ultimately we are called.
Right. And
that's
that
what
was
we're given.
And that was me like having that inner speak to be like, bro, this is not about you. This is not, stop trying to bargain with it. This is not about you. You're either going to do it or you're not. And if you're going to do it, do it.
It's big, bro.
Yeah.
And the information is priceless.
Yeah.
It's like it not just, I mean, you can't even sound cliche saying this. It's life-saving, man.
Yeah. No, it is. Like even for me.
Even for you.
Yeah, even
so
for
that it permeates.
Yeah, and I have to honor it and pay it forward.
And you will, your frequency it'll reach out.
Yeah. Who is intended for?
Who is intended for.
Yeah. But you gotta let it be what it is. And I champion it being what it is all the time. Sometimes to a fault. And that's to kind of connect a little bit to, what we were talking about earlier, why we get so adamant about the vision. It needs to be as it was given to us. We can't tamper with it. We got to see it through the whole way. Now, there is something to be said that sometimes the timing may be off.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. The timing may be off, but we don't know that. Because that's not how it came to us. At this time, it's like, no, it's just do it.
Yeah.
But the thing about, seeds, every seed requires a different schedule to bear fruit.
For sure.
We want it to happen now because we see the whole thing.
Yeah.
And we feel like we could do the whole thing today.
Yeah. Yeah.
It takes a person like you to be like, you're not wrong, but we got to talk about how to do it where it can work. And we don't come with that feature. We come with get it done. And with what you have, how you are today. It takes a person that's in your position to be like, I feel you, but if we do it that way, it's not gonna yield the intended yield. We need to, because I have different information. I have information that you don't have. Just like you have information I don't have. I have information that you don't have. So now the relationship is important now. How much do y'all rock with each other? How much are you willing to have confidence in this other person?
That trust.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why it's important. And that's what I'm referring to, that I wish that I had, coming up. Apparently though, it needed to go the way that it did for me because that's the way that I needed for me to learn what I needed to learn in the way that I needed to learn it, because there was a long stretch of time where I wasn't listening to nobody. Couldn't tell me nothing. Not because I thought I knew better. It's just that I just wasn't in a receptive place.
Yeah, you couldn't receive it.
I just wasn't in a receptive place. I had a whole bunch of walls. That had nothing to do with what the immediate topic was. It had everything to do with stuff that I wasn't even dealing with.
Yeah.
It was dealing with me. I wasn't even aware that it was there. and wondering why I couldn't get nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
But we here now.
Yeah.
We
We're
here
here
now.
now.
We here now.
You want a nigga?
Yeah.
Nigga here now. I mean, you know, we celebrate you, brother. You know that. I consider you a friend and a brother and a colleague.
Definitely.
I've always had the utmost respect for your gift and for you because ever since I've known you, it's day one.
Yeah.
You've been you.
Yep. I don't know how to be nothing else.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's always been solid.
Yeah, man.
Majorly solid, man. So I appreciate you for that.
No
As we
doubt.
talk about that,
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
This guy.
Yeah.
Oh, you went on me?
no.
Oh, gotcha. I hate this guy.
He's in his Bilal moment right
Oh.
now. He's
Music.
Oh, God.
Top 5.
Oh.
Your top 5. Top 5.
You're stupid.
Top 5 R&B singers, R&B songs, music, your top. Your top 5. Your top 5.
No.
Your top 5. Your
Oh, God.
top 5. Music.
Fucking clown, bro.
Your top 5.
The hi-ya.
say, I
Jesus.
Yeah. Your top 5 R&B singers.
Top 5 R&B singers. I mean, I'm gonna lean into it and just get 1, 2, and 3 out the way.
Okay.
Donnie, Stevie, Marvin.
Love that.
Get that out
Easy.
the way. Which leaves me with 2. Is it cheating if I say all 3 of those are 1?
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
But your
It's too many, man.
Your Musiq Soulchild. You can really do what you want to do. So if you want to make them 1, you can make them 1. We had somebody come on the pod and do like 8 names. So it's just disrespected the whole format of what I'm trying to do.
I'm not.
He's technically working on 8 names too.
Yeah, so I'm not trying to disrespect
No. You have leeway.
your strategically curated format.
Did you hear the song?
Do your thing,
Got it.
man.
All right, so
Do your thing.
yeah, I'm just gonna, because I think it's an unfair thing to kind of like. So I'm just gonna count them as 1.
Gotcha.
That's
Okay.
you know how you cheat, you just
Yep. Just
3 and 1, like
put a little thing on it.
yeah.
Gotcha.
All right, so that leaves me with 4.
Yes.
All right. Like how you just going along with it. He really hot. Like, these rebels don't understand how this goes.
Just sing a song.
They're gonna come over here and tell me how to run my shit.
Top
We know
9.
We know we're dealing with black people.
Your top 9.
I don't know. There might be something to that. I'm saying.
Right.
Y'all like to, put us in the pressure cooker. It's too many, man. So, and the reason why is because that's from a certain era. So, boom. All right. I gotta get some women up in there. Shaka Khan.
Mm-hmm.
This might be a hot take. Because I don't know whether she's fully...
Go there.
It's your top 5.
Sade.
Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah.
You ever met Sade?
No.
I met her.
I would love to, though.
Met her once.
Got you.
It's great. She didn't really talk to me. I said hi. Jamie was hogging Sade.
Got you.
I was like, Jamie, can I talk to you?
Oh, no.
No.
He's got his Oscar, and
I mean, he do got an Oscar.
he does have an Oscar.
Come on, finish your top 9.
That's already 3.
That's technically 5, but whatever.
All right. Because here's what makes it hard. Because I want to go from then to today. And it's not enough space to cover all of that.
There's never enough space.
Oh, so you know, okay. You know the struggle and still don't care.
It's how you feel right now. Like if you just had to, just right now in your heart.
All right. Let me retract that and start over and do it right.
Okay.
All right. Stevie Wonder, Shaka Khan, Bilal, Jasmine Sullivan,
It hurt.
a little bit.
He said a little bit.
A little bit.
It's a little bit.
Bro, this is hard.
Yeah.
You don't even give a fuck.
No, I care.
No. He's like, yeah, it's hard. Go. I know I got to pick one. I know. Why is you laughing, bro?
We're not editing this
I can
time
see
out.
the meme.
No, y'all gotta edit this out.
No
Y'all
way.
gotta edit this out. Y'all gotta edit this. This is ridiculous.
We gotta keep
Most of the episode is just gonna be dead air. Like, no, that's not fair,
I
bro.
see the meme in my head,
It's
bro.
all
That's why.
beams. It's all beams.
I can't help it.
You're wildin'. You're wildin'. Okay.
This is great.
Brandy.
I was worth the wait.
That's where I landed on. So
Brandy
many,
was worth-
but that's
Brandy
the one
was worth
I just
the
said
wait.
I can't stop. I mean, I can't wait. I got to just pick
Yeah, we
one.
can't be mad. I mean,
Yeah.
No, Brandy was
good
worth
land there.
Yeah.
That's a great landing. All right, top 5 R&B songs.
Oh, because that's easier.
Because we're not
Okay.
there. Yeah,
All right.
R&B songs.
Top 5 R&B songs. There is no way that I'm gonna. So this is not my top 5. This is just my top now.
Top now.
Okay,
There's
top
no
now.
way that
Top now.
of whatever I can grab.
Top 5 now.
Yeah,
You give these statements as if it
matters.
makes it easier
I know
for
it
you.
doesn't
It
at all.
it
It really doesn't.
doesn't look easier.
Just buying more time.
He buying time.
I'm trying to.
Yeah, because see if you extrapolate You know,
You hold the one.
the time signatures as well. As
Okay, really? Too soon.
the convenience of.
Too soon. Too soon. Oh, I forgot about her. Okay. Anyway. Sweet Love, Anita Baker.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, sir.
I love it.
Oh, Overjoyed, Stevie Wonder.
Mm-hmm.
I had to sing the hook to find
Yep.
the title.
I do the same thing. Yep.
Soul Sister, Bilal.
Mm-hmm. Special record.
Lions, Tigers, and Bears, Jasmine. They Don't Know, John B.
Ooh.
Classic. Underrated.
Yeah.
All-time record.
All time.
Yeah.
All-time record.
Wow.
Yeah.
They don't know.
That's what I could find right now.
No.
He
That's
was
great.
just
That's
right
great.
here yesterday.
It's great.
Oh, he was?
Yep.
Word. That's what's up.
He was finishing the song we did together.
Oh, word. What?
It's my guy.
I need to hear that.
Yes.
Woo.
He brought a vibe. I said,
Yeah.
I need to be on that, brother.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay. You definitely hold the record for the most time.
Okay, bro. See,
taken to
no,
come
don't
up
do
with
that.
it. No,
Don't do
it's
that,
no,
man.
it's
Like,
fine. Listen.
you acting like this was easy.
No,
though.
you part
You
of greatness.
do this like
you part
so.
of greatness.
You got time, so
You take your time.
No, you say that. You say that.
What's your world?
Nah, like, but you say that like it's like I just got to this class and you tell me it's a pop quiz. I ain't cracked the book open yet.
I know, but I just feel like the way you went through the time was great, and we're gonna use that.
I really feel like you're trolling me, but
No. I'm telling you the truth. We're gonna use that time.
Please don't, man.
They told me I could. That should
Okay,
use it.
okay.
All right, here we go. We're making a Voltron.
Okay.
All right? Mm-hmm. So we want to build your R&B singer. We want to know who you're going to get the vocal from, who you're going to get the performance style from, who you're going to get the styling from, and who you're going to get the passion of the artist from. So let's start with the vocal. To build your R&B artist, who are you grabbing the vocal from?
Okay. That's a new question. The vocal. There's so many factors,
Just one.
but no, because you got different things. It can't. No, nobody has all of them. So it's like just vocally.
Just one. That you would want to hear on your R&B artist.
I don't know.
Marvin, Donnie, Stevie.
I mean, I could. I know. Marvin Down the Street.
Marvin Down-
Marvin Down
Marvin
the
Down
Street.
Stevie.
I guess it would be one of them.
You want the first three-headed monster?
No. That's called a Gleeok in Zelda. We're not gonna get into it. Sorry, that's nerdy. Sorry.
That went crazy.
Sorry.
That's pretty impressive.
Sorry.
Glee?
It's a three-headed dragon that's actually at not the point. We're gonna move on. All the Zelda heads know what I'm talking about. I'm just gonna save myself and say Stevie Wonder. I'm just gonna save myself and say Stevie
How
Wonder.
do you
argument,
lose
Steve
there?
Wonder.
No, I know, but I just feel like it's a.
It's not a cop out.
All right, cool.
No.
It's
Cool.
not a fucking cop out.
Because I mean it. That's why he's in my top.
That's a silly vocal.
Yeah,
That's up tempo and ballad.
yeah. And I had to pick. That's why I say so many things. But when you think about him, it's like
So many
There's so many things.
Yeah.
All right, performance style. On stage, get into it. Who?
Performance. So it's not just performance, it's also energy.
Okay.
Right?
And to help you, the vocal doesn't have to match with the performance style.
Got it.
It doesn't like just because you pick Stevie doesn't mean you can't pick Sade as a performance style. You see what I'm saying?
That's what
you
saying.
Can.
Toby. I know he's not R&B. I know he's not R&B.
You're building your Voltron.
Building your Voltron.
You're building your Voltron.
Toby.
Great energy.
Toby.
Great performance style.
Toby.
Vibe, the whole thing. He got it.
Styling.
Low-key Toby.
Putting that shit on.
Andre. Stacks. I know I'm going hip hop for R&B. I know, but I'm a hip hop soul artist, so it's like what you want from me.
Put the shoulder pads on.
Yeah.
You're being an R&B artist, right?
Yeah.
You can
Draw from anywhere.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, cool.
the passion of the artist. The heart.
Low-key Andre. It's crazy because I feel like I answered that one with my last two.
You feel like you can repeat one. If you want to go, Stacks is passionate. We know what that is.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I do actually.
Yeah.
I can't think of another artist that was more passionate and has been documented to be so.
Mm-hmm.
Just overall as an artist.
Mm-hmm.
If I had an artist and we're building, I would want them to be as passionate as he was in his hey. You know, I think at this point where he's at now, he's probably a little discouraged. I can't speak for him, whatever. I just think in the game, you know, which is probably why he's not really putting out like
The
that.
complexion of it's just
Yeah. But yeah, when we saw him in his prime, yeah.
nice.
I like it.
Nice. I like it.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
I know there's a lot of hip hop in there when we talk about an R&B
I
artist.
mean, you know, we know you
we
were
know
the
you're a
hustle
rap, you know,
at
yeah.
one point. We
Okay,
know. We know.
Whoa.
We know. Listen.
Slow down there, Buckaroo.
We know.
Yeah,
we
boy.
know,
You
man.
trying to have a whole nother conversation.
Listen,
you're a
you're a hip
Don't
hop
think
guy too.
We ain't got time for that.
Speaking from one rapper to
We ain't
another.
got time for that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We ain't got time for that.
Hurricane and the hustle.
Don't think MC
we ain't got time for
Hurricane.
that.
You know what I'm saying? We won't have a Hurricane hustle conversation.
Oh,
That's
shit.
a hustle of a different color.
Are we back at the piano? We back.
We back apparently. Yeah. Hey.
You know
A little blues in there.
we gonna talk about the
A little
blues.
jazz in there. Hey.
Yes, sir. Come on, piano man.
I don't think people give you yours on these keys, bro. Enough. Well, we're not gonna talk about that. Go.
I ain't saying no names. I ain't saying no names.
Yeah.
I ain't saying no names. I ain't saying no name. Where you was, who you was with, what you did. Don't say shit. I ain't saying no names. I ain't saying no names.
Special segment. Special segment.
I don't.
No, hold on, player. Hold on, player.
He said, I don't just.
No, we know you know. We know you know. And we already know you
don't
have
know if
hard
you talk-
times with names.
I don't know what
So
you're
you
talking
should be really good at
I don't know
this.
what you're talking about.
We need a good story, baby.
Okay.
Funny or fucked up. Or funny and fucked up.
Got you.
The travels of music. We know music travels.
Music track.
Not only on Greyhound anymore.
Okay.
anymore.
Really, bro?
Not anymore. He's
That's why I
good.
don't
He's
like
good at
saying
calling
stuff.
it back. He calls it
You get on
back.
that plane now. You get on that plane now. So the
A
travels
lot
is,
of planes.
Yeah.
you've been places.
First Cleasy.
And some shit didn't happen.
Yeah.
So we would like for you to come here today.
On today.
Tell us about it. Without saying no name.
Yes.
I can't think of one right now.
Come on, Musiq Soulchild got to be able to tell us a story without saying a name. So right now.
Okay.
Right now.
Crocodile Dundee over here.
Right now.
This, the R&B Money Podcast. This is Musiq Soulchild.
Yeah, lean into it.
The love man himself. If y'all not familiar. I ain't saying no names. Yeah. Get it.
Okay.
Get it to it, brother. Get it to it, brother.
Okay. My I ain't saying no names is one day I did a show at House of Blues very early in my career. I was still bubbling up. Can't place the year. But it was brought to my attention that a certain artist, can I say what they were?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool. A certain artist participated in my show in the audience. And they, pronouns, they were such a huge fan of mine, I guess, in the moment, that they were willing to find their way backstage and wait for me to come out of my dressing room after the show and sit on the floor.
Oh.
Now, that means absolutely nothing because you don't know who I'm talking about. However, if I could say the name, that would be a big deal that they were sitting on the floor waiting for me to come out of my dressing room, I guess just to meet me and say what's up and so forth.
Did they meet you?
Yeah, I think we met. No. I think we met. Did I meet them? Wow. Yeah, I met them, talked.
Yeah.
Days are hazy. And to know who they are now would be, really? Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah.
Waiting on the flow for the ball.
Yeah, okay. All right, now you put X's on.
Yeah,
No, it's
you
not
gotta
extra,
flex.
because they did. They waited.
Sometimes it's
So it wasn't funny or fucked up. It was a low-key flex.
Yeah.
I'll put it like that.
Yeah. You're
I
allowed
did-
to flex on the R&B Money Podcast.
I see. Yeah, I know. Because you
Get your
behind
flex
it.
on, dog.
Get your flex on.
And I didn't realize at the time how big of a flex it was because, I'm not thinking like that. Yeah. But in hindsight, one could, stretch some biceps on that one.
Yeah. So the moral of the story is,
Yeah, tell them.
if you do good, they'll wait for you.
Yeah, wait, come on now.
Even on the floor.
Even on the floor. Even on the floor.
What did I sign up for?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
You ever have somebody sit on the floor wait for you?
Probably.
Oh, you not gonna let that one? No, I'm gonna give me some of that.
I'm gonna give me some.
I'm gonna give me some of that.
I don't know if anybody of prominence,
Yeah.
of prominence
Yeah.
that is set on the floor.
Yeah, that's flexible.
That's flexible,
And not in being work withable.
not in the yoga sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
But flexible to let you know that there are levels to flow waiting. The levels to flow waiting.
Yeah.
Flow weight.
Flow weight.
Yeah. I like it.
I like your
I
style.
like it. I like it.
I like how you
the
do
flex,
what you do. You. What do you call them? A polite pimping.
Okay. It was a humble flex.
Pimpin'.
Polite
A
pimping.
dab of pimp.
A
It was a
dab
humble
of
flex.
pimping.
It was a humble flex.
He's a wordsmith. Great personality.
I do what I can.
Yeah. I like your style.
Y'all trying to gas me up.
No. You've been doing what you've been doing. I told you I stole your style, right? Because when you wrote To Love, I was like, okay, I need to write from different perspectives. Like that was genius.
Gotcha.
How do I snatch that? So I took a dollar bill and I set it said, you know the stands, the music stands when they have them in the booth sometimes.
Yeah.
I set the dollar bill on the music stand, and I looked at the dollar bill. And I'm like, where have you been? And the dollar bill told me, it wasn't the Holy Spirit, it was definitely the dollar bill. The dollar bill told me that it had just got from the strip club.
Of course. That's where you're...
It had just left the strip club.
That's dope.
So I proceeded to document and sing the dollar bill's journey
To you.
to me from the strip club. His journeys from the air to the floor to the thong.
She picked it up from... Yeah. She picked it up from the floor.
To the trash
Probably
bag.
while she was waiting for music.
Okay. I don't think you get to cross that like that. Man was telling his story, which is not my story.
I don't know.
I don't think you can.
I'm sure the same dollars have passed through all of our pockets. I don't know.
No, they have different dollars, bigger, longer, better dollars.
Yeah, I've used your formula quite a few times. Just letting you know.
Got you.
Great formula. Again, my brother, in closing, you are necessary.
Thank you.
Absolutely necessary.
And you know, we can, I can speak for my brother when I say we're excited to hear.
I can't wait.
To hear what's
Yeah,
next.
Can't wait, bro.
I can't wait for y'all to hear it.
Victims and villains?
Yeah, the premise is, you know, sometimes you think you're the victim when if you give it a minute, you can find out that you're actually the villain. And then there are also times, at least from the outside, you can look at a situation and think that you know who the villain is, when actually the person you think is the villain is actually the victim. Mm-hmm. So it's intended to inspire the conversation of assessing and being more aware of what role do you play in any circumstance at any given time. I'm projecting it from a relationship, an intimate romantic relationship perspective, but it's applicable if you could project that out to any circumstance. So I pray that it serves productively, and it helps people to gain a better perspective to make better decisions and choose better options. So Victims and Villains, produced by Hit Boy, available March 10th, first single out, Beat of a Slow Dance, and that comes out February 24th. And yeah.
Wow.
We getting this started.
And following his album dropping, I'm going to drop my new album.
Okay. Please do tell.
Called Buffed and
Okay. All right.
and in
I
shape.
think we're done here.
Because from outside looking in, you can see somebody who's buffed, but you don't know if they're in shape.
Yeah.
And then
Preach.
And then you can see somebody who's in shape
but
that might not necessarily be buffed. First single, it's not steroids. It's coming out.
Ain't no juice.
Ain't no. There it is.
Ain't no
First
juice.
single, ain't no juice.
Ain't no juice.
Man, ain't no drug tested.
Ain't no drug tested in R&B. I'm trying to tell these motherfuckers. Thank you, brother. Thank you for your time, man. Thank you for your
Those were not easy.
No.
Then they weren't intended to be. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No. But you know why it's not easy is because you have so much information.
Yeah, and I have so much respect for so many people. So it's
Well, you've been influenced by so much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you've been grabbing pieces along the way.
Yeah.
You know, of so many great artists, so many great songwriters, so many great producers. So it's like, it's a bunch of information to sort through.
Yeah. In real time.
Yeah, in real time. So thank you. Congratulations on the new album. We'll be supporting that. R&B Money will be promoting that.
Thank you.
I'll be promoting that.
Thank you.
I'll be listening to it.
Thank you, man.
I'll be looking, to see more of you on the road.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank
sure
you.
we're going, we always find ourselves on somebody's show, doing something,
Always
and then we figure out how to do more of it on purpose, man.
Yeah,
Break some bread.
Yeah. And by the way, shouts out to the Soul to Soul tour. I'm currently on with Kim and Lettucey.
Yeah.
It's going really well, so I'm really excited.
Congratulations.
I'm really excited to be back outside.
Can't stop loving you.
I'm sorry. What?
Get to it, boy.
Think about us.
Yeah, get to it.
When I'm in the Ferris wheel,
Okay.
I think about us. Sit down. I think we're done here. I haven't closed you out. Sit down.
Ferris wheel.
You just gotta let him go, man.
Loving you, girl. I think about us. When I'm on the Greyhound.
Wow.
I think about us. Loving you, girl. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tank.
I'm J Valentine.
And this is the R&B Money Podcast, the authority on all things R&B. And one of the coldest, one of the truest to it, one of my absolute favorites, man, has just been in the building, man. I got so much love, respect, and admiration for you, brother.
Thank you.
This is Musiq Soulchild.
Thank you.
R&B money.